and I'm running for office. Please vote for Ethan Klein 2025. You know, guys, I'm all dressed up once again because when it's time to come tap dance on the haters, I gotta look pretty doing it. These haters are not gonna clip me not looking like a doll, right? They won't catch me sliding along. They won't catch me without my Vacheron Skeletal Perpetual in platinum. You know what I mean? They're not going to catch me slipping. Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Monday, baby. Woo. It's the 28th of April. Thank you so much to Stamps.com, man.
What year is it?
I think I'm gonna have to just start like buying suits and wearing them. Cause Love was like, I'm listening, bro. If you're wearing a suit, I'm listening. I'm like, yeah.
I'm ready to listen today. Unlike normally, I don't listen at all.
Absolutely. No, I get it.
It's very easy to tune you out when you're in shorts.
So easy.
Very easy.
I need to move this to size so you can see my tie.
I don't take a man in shorts seriously.
I get it.
And
I get it.
You tied that tie yourself today?
No, I don't. I'm not ashamed to admit AB tied it for me. No, that's fine. And thank you, AB. You did a very nice job with that.
Yeah.
Where was that from? Working at restaurants?
Yeah, a few jobs. Medical office, law office.
Oh, there you go. That's
president of the Arab Student Union. You know.
Hey.
You tied up for that?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
This is not what podcasts
You're the president, bro. Oh, shut up, bro. I didn't even start.
Horrible.
What do you want me to talk
This
about?
is your emotional dumping ground.
He's right. This is a terrible start.
This is not what podcasts
Yeah, no,
are.
it's been unwatchable so far.
I just started, man. Why are you already lecturing me on what's a podcast?
Horrible.
Okay, all right. This guy is no fun. What happened to Idubbbz? He used to be fun. Yeah. So, yeah, AB is tied up. I used to know how to do a tie. I worked in a restaurant that required it, but that's a skill that I think I just shut out of my mind with the trauma of being a waiter.
Yeah. I've always wanted to learn how to do it better. This is a very basic
You
tie,
did really
but-
good. That was fast.
I mean, I can do it fast, but yeah, there's some fancier knots out there.
Who cares? Is it real? I guess some people go, ooh, if you know about knots.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, is that a Windsor double swirl or 480?
I feel like that goes hand in hand with the watch vibe.
It's
like a watch like person will recognize a good tie.
That's true.
So you should step your shit up.
You know what I like doing though? This is my favorite thing. I went to Teddy's. Teddy had a birthday party this weekend. It's at this place called Pump It Up. And all it is a like warehouse full of bouncy castles.
Damn.
Oh, that's awesome.
What's the fun up?
That sounds so fun.
Yeah, I don't know. When I didn't have fun, cool stuff like this when I was a kid, I feel like.
No. You were lucky to have one bouncy castle. And it's just like a whole warehouse full of them?
Whole warehouse.
How many are we talking?
So they have, it's kind of interesting. You start in one room, you spend like 30 minutes there, I don't know, and there's 4 bouncy castles there.
Okay.
And then you move into the next room, which is a black light room.
Oh.
And then there's another 4 bouncy castles in there where it's dark and the black lights are on.
We have
That's
to
awesome,
go.
actually.
And then in that, you want to do that? Can
Yes,
we? Are we allowed to do that?
I want my birthday party there.
Were you allowed in the castles? Or was it kids only?
You were allowed. I mean, you could go in there and save your child, which I had to do once. Brucey was at the top of a slide. I had to go rescue him. He didn't want to go.
I see.
But yeah, I think you're allowed. And then it was a Star Wars themed birthday. So Darth Vader and a few stormtroopers came out and handed out a bunch of lightsaber toys, and they were fighting everyone. And the kids were going crazy. They were trying to kill Vader, bro.
Dude, oh my God.
I felt bad for that guy.
I was Vader for my niece's Star Wars party once. And giving these kids lightsabers was the biggest fucking mistake because at one point they realized my neck was exposed and they kept fucking going for it. And then like the parents left and I took one of the fucking lightsabers and I broke it over my leg because this kid to this day is still a fucking nightmare.
You broke this kid's lightsaber over your leg?
Yeah, I did. No, that kid is a fucking nightmare. And I was looking around and I was like, shit, did anyone see him? Only Lena's little sister saw, but...
As a parent, you really do realize that some kids are just pieces of shit.
Yeah,
they just are really shitty kids.
This kid kept hitting my niece. I was like, bro, you're not worthy of a lightsaber.
There's a few of them you notice that are just like they play too rough. They don't listen. They're brats. They're fucking with everybody. It's like that kid's going to jail.
Now you understand Jordan Peterson when he said he wanted to kick a 2-year-old in the face across the playground.
Yeah, I forgot he said that. You got that one, Zach?
I think so.
Somewhere deep in, I feel like we
Looking
pulled that in
for
the
it.
past. Yeah.
I wanted to kill the child. Kill the child. And then after that, you go to a third room where there's a pizza party.
Bro,
Oh wow.
what a day. What
Bringing
a
down
day.
the house.
Although there was a bit of a disaster in the pizza party room because, do you guys know about the goodie bag thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What happened?
That wasn't a thing when I was a kid. Dan, you might not know about this. Every kid's birthday party, you need a goodie bag for all the kids.
No, we had that when I was a kid.
I never got a goodie bag once in my life, bro.
Oh, I feel like that was standard operating procedure at a birthday when I was a kid. Okay. Well, was
All
there
you
not?
guys, are you guys all goodie bagged? Like,
Did you have goodie bags
What's
growing
goes on
up?
over there in
Totally.
Oh
Michigan?
yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh fuck! Even
You're
in
getting
Michigan.
shortchanged out in Ventura, my guy.
Even in Michigan, they're doing goodie bags.
Shit, my grandma went all out. Goodie bags. We had like 2 actors
is
each time.
Well, what was the drama that there wasn't enough
You,
for all the
Lena?
kids or
Or is
something?
this your?
That's me, Lena, and our niece.
Oh, she looks like
Oh,
you.
that's
Lena. Cute. Oh my god, that is so cute. Did she want the Star Wars thing?
Yeah, she did, and she didn't know I was Vader at first, and she was like, she was afraid, but it was really cute.
What a little angel.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, this is what they looked like though. You guys were all. Yeah, this is basically the same thing they were wearing. Mm-hmm. Pretty sick outfit. Like the helmet is all that matters, right? The helmet looked really good, but then the rest is kind of like Party City.
Sure. But
Well-
if you nail the helmet, yeah, it kind of brings the whole
Yeah,
thing
Mine
together.
was legit.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. AB takes this very serious.
Yeah, yeah.
AB and I actually saw a Star Wars movie in the theaters last night. We went and watched the re-release of Revenge of the Sith. It's been 20 years since that one
How did it age?
came out. It's an awful movie, man. That's my takeaway. Holy crap! Really? Like I had a good time because it's an enjoyable watch. I was definitely the hater of the group. Allie came too. She likes the prequel movies, and I know AB and Lena do too. But I was rolling my eyes the whole time. And my God, the ending of that movie is so batshit insane. Like,
So that's the one with the kid, right?
no, that's the first one. This is the one where he turns into Darth Vader. Spoiler alert.
Okay, the one with Samuel Jackson and
Yeah, he gets yeeted out of a window at one point.
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I got you.
There are parts that are enjoyable, but that movie.
How did it end?
Well, it ends with Obi-Wan leaving
Oh, just left it
his
there.
best friend and to burn literally on fire, literally actively on fire,
Well,
having an excruciating, torturous death. And he's just like,
Pretty
I
cool.
loved you, man. And then he just walks away.
He should have finished the job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
really
think
should
everybody
have
thought
for
that.
a number of reasons.
Yeah.
Is he allowed to though? AB? Isn't there like a
They
Jedi
spend
order?
the whole movie
You're not allowed to kill.
killing people.
No, yeah.
Well,
you
you're
can-
not allowed
I mean,
to.
yeah, they say if he's unarmed, but he literally is unarmed. He has no arms.
He's literally unarmed. I
He's
suppose.
like the
He's
most
fighting a
unarmed
Sith.
person
He can
ever.
Kill them.
No,
But
Sith are DOA.
They kill each other all the time. It's
Yeah.
completely arbitrary. He's
Yeah.
just like, you know what? I want you to die slowly and painfully because I love you.
He was right.
It's awesome.
No, he wasn't because he loved him. It's because he broke his heart.
He broke his heart.
everyone was like clapping at the memes, and I was curious if I could get them to clap whenever he goes to kill the younglings. So
That too. It's like
that
the guy,
scene happened. I
That
went
shit-
woo,
yeah.
and some people behind me went with it for a second. Yeah,
That scene came out of nowhere.
yeah.
It's so
I remember. I was
crazy.
like, hold the phone.
It's
This
so
guy
crazy.
just realized like he might be a little bit like. He's like a little bit like chill with the emperor, and then all of a sudden he's slaughtering children. Like,
That
make it
is-
make sense to me.
the
most-
turn is very abrupt. It's
Out of
very
all
abrupt.
the shitty choices in Star Wars, that is still the most insane. Like, insane.
Also, actually, what really pushed it over the edge is at the very end when Padme, his girlfriend, wife, or whatever, is dying of a broken heart. And the robot doctor comes out and literally says something. Okay, maybe not literally. The effect is she's
Medically-
dying. We don't really know why she's dying, but she is.
Medically, she's okay.
Medically, she's okay, but she's dying.
Then how is she dying?
I was telling
Medicine
Dan,
sucks in this universe, dude.
Yeah.
It's awful.
What idiots.
I was telling Dan, it sounds like my doctors.
That's what you've been told, huh?
Yeah.
He's dying.
But I feel like you can literally hear George Lucas saying that line because it never, like that was, he just knew that she needed to be dead at the end of the movie. And so when he was pitching the story, he was like, and she dies for some reason. She's just,
Well,
she's
is
dead
her
now.
heartbeat quiet? Is she having blood work? She shows her kidneys failing.
She's lost her will to live.
Is she unconscious? Is her brain waves? Yeah, that's very
Medically, she's completely fine. that's what they say. She's good.
Maybe people used to say shit like that in like the 1800s.
That's what I'm saying. It's like this futuristic space society. We have no fucking clue why she's dying. I don't know.
We've tried
Got nothing.
everything. Has been hitting her knee with these reflex.
Star Wars sucks ass.
All right. I mean, that's
I wouldn't go that
little
far, Tom.
too far.
I wouldn't go that far,
Little
but
too far.
man, oh man. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to see it in the theaters, and like AB said, people were like memeing on it in the theater and kind of laughing.
Was it packed?
It was pretty full it was like a night showing on a Sunday.
Yeah, we
and it was
got
pretty full.
the premium package. So I think,
Ooh.
yeah, it was less full than the regular seats.
What's the premium package?
It was so stupid. It was
Yeah,
like,
what was premium about it?
I know. I leaned over to Ellie at one point. I'm like, this must be what the extra $5 was for because it was.
Hold on. Extra $5.
I mean, I don't know how much exactly.
How premium can it be?
It was literally like the type of screen, but I didn't notice anything different. Yeah, but it was just so we could all sit together because the other one was pretty full.
Did you notice the sound was kind of shit in the theater? This is neither here nor there. But
I only did
just
because
curious.
I know that you always say that you pay attention for the sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you an audiophile?
I didn't go that far, but I'm pretty sure they used the wrong mix in our theater.
Do you think that it's uncomfortably close to pedophile?
Audiophile?
They're like, I'm an audiophile.
Well, phile is Greek, I believe.
know
It's
what
a
it
Greek root,
means, but
and
I'm
it just
just
means
saying.
to love something.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
I know, but I'm just saying we don't really use it that frequently in common vernacular.
It's ruined for sure.
So you don't think it was in 5-1, Dan?
I don't know what mix they were using, but all I know is in the scene where Palpatine is lightning the fuck out of Samuel L. Jackson, the lightning was like... It's like barely audible. It was like something was
redo
off,
the movie.
but whatever. It didn't ruin it.
Yawning. I'll tell you, man. Sonny has been a pain in the butt. He just won't sleep. He just won't sleep. But that's part of the love. That's part of the game. We're almost through the whole baby world. In like a year, we'll be like out of the whole.
And then you'll miss it. Well, maybe not that part. Maybe not the no sleep
It's going to
part.
take a while before I miss it. I'll miss my boys at their age now. They're so sweet. The baby thing, I don't really care about babies, I'll be honest. They don't impress me.
They don't impress me.
They can't really do anything.
They're
no
so-
tricks.
Babies
so
are so
lame.
dumb and annoying.
Ugh.
I love babies.
For babies.
Sonny's at a very sweet, cute age now. He's coming out of the baby stage, and he's starting to like pay attention to things and talk about things. He's eating food. He's starting to try to walk.
Baby sad.
Sweet.
I want a baby hobbit bad. Still.
I have baby hobbits.
I know you
basically.
do. You're so
Pet
lucky.
Brucey is basically a baby hobbit.
Right, yeah.
He has the same hair. Yeah, so anyway, I want to thank our members, guys. Appreciate that very much, y'all. Makes such a big difference around here, and I'm so grateful to our members and to everybody who gives memberships. Thank you guys so much.
Did you finish the goodie bag story?
Yeah, so no, I didn't. Thank you for reminding me. So this has got to be a cardinal sin of having a kid's birthday party. They didn't have enough goodie bags.
Yeah, that's...
Damn.
I had a feeling you were
And
gonna
so
say
I
that.
was standing there because I wanted to get the boys both a goodie bag because I was afraid they would run out. I saw some little dipshits, like 15-year-olds, taking goodie bags.
Oh,
Like, what are you doing, bro?
that's how you get jumped in the parking lot.
I actually,
That's how you get-
I pretended to go to the bathroom and I deflated their tires in the parking lot. So I was standing there right next to the goodie bag thing, but between the goodie bag table and me was Darth Vader, and he was kept taking pictures with people. So I was patiently waiting, and then by the time I get over there, there's only one goodie bag left. I got 2 kids.
That's rough.
It'd be better if there was none. You know what I mean?
You got a real Sophie's Choice thing going on.
Well, so what I had to do was like, damn, there's only one goodie bag left, which I knew it was going to turn into exactly the music. So I say there's only one goodie bag left. Teddy immediately explodes into tears.
Oh no.
And then Brucey's trying to take I'm like, you guys are going to have to share it. I'm so sorry. And then this was so sweet. One of Teddy's classmates saw how upset he was, and she gave him her.
No way.
Wow.
So she didn't have anything?
She didn't. I just thought it was so. It was very sweet.
That is so
very
interesting.
kind.
So unchildlike.
It was very sweet. I was very impressed with that girl, and her mom loved it too. Her mom was there, so she got something out of it. She was definitely the hero.
Wow, how interesting.
Something.
Shout her out. Shout her out.
I told Teddy, like, I was like, "Are you friends with her?" He's like, "Kind of." I said, "You should thank her when you see her on Monday. That was really nice."
Does Teddy understand what a selfless act that is, or is that not really?
I think
Does that
think
not
so.
really? Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know how a child would react to that.
I think he gets it.
Yeah,
I think she did it for clout.
for real.
She wanted me to
You'd
call.
bring it up on the pod.
Yeah, she
call in.
wanted me to
Yeah.
thank her.
She
I'm
wants
not
a job.
falling for that, little girl.
She's trying to get hired.
She's aiming for a job for sure.
The joke's on you. I told Teddy to cry next to you.
Sucker.
So we got the goodie bags.
Nice. Nice.
Thanks to her generosity. And that's all I have to say about that.
You guys should make a little bag for her for when next time Teddy.
Wait, that's a
meets
good
her.
idea. Wait,
That's such a sweet
that's actually a really good idea.
That is a good
idea.
idea.
I'm gonna tell. Can you remind Lena? Are you here?
Yeah.
Can you remind Hila? I want to make a little goodie bag for Teddy to bring her.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be very nice.
That'd be really sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be so wholesome.
This is not what podcasts are.
Shut up, bro. I'm talking
Dude,
about
this is
nice
wholesome,
things our
man.
kids
This is
do,
nice.
dude.
Come on, it's not
This
that
is your
bad.
emotional dumping ground.
Normally
It's
I'm with
horrible.
you, but I don't know. This one seems nice.
Why is he going in about? I'm talking about my kids, man.
Horrible.
Okay. I wish you would just tell me what
It's
podcast
such a good
we're supposed
horrible.
to be.
Horrible.
I love the way he hits that.
It's horrible. He meant that shit, boy.
Yeah.
Actually, that's funny. I saw a clip of Idubbbz. Of course, when you call someone out for this, you immediately get all the clips pulled to prove what a hypocrite you are. Mm-hmm. And there's been some really funny ones for Ian. There's one of it's not here. It's of him talking about how on his podcast. It's from the first episode. He's describing why he made the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I saw it on the subreddit.
I'll see if I can find it. I think I can infer what was essentially said.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away, but you know what's coming. I want to say, if any of you guys are associated with some kind of article publishing website, like Forbes or I don't know, there's a bunch of these websites that just host articles. Let us know, because Tom needs a new stomping ground.
Wait, I thought Tom was the Forbes guy.
They locked him out.
What?
They locked him out.
It's crazy.
They locked him out. What does that mean?
He was writing an article, and he logged in to see, because he hadn't logged in, I guess, in like over a year.
Okay.
To see if his account was still working. And it was, at first he logged in and it was, and then he logs in the next day and his shit was canceled.
He is no longer a Forbes correspondent?
Not officially.
That was why we hired him.
Wow.
It's
Heartbreaking.
I don't know if he said he's trying to work it out with them, but didn't sound promising.
Gesso.
Because they straight up are nuked to like change his password.
Rip.
This is a great one. This isn't one I was thinking of, but this one's definitely worth watching as well.
Does
Love
Tom
to
want to
hear your
write for
thoughts.
influencernews.me?
No, I'm not.
Sorry.
Does Tom want to write for influencernews.me?
That's I think yeah. Do you know the owner?
No, I have no clue. who made
Well, we
the
could reach
website.
out.
Sure.
Go ahead, Ian.
I'd love to hear your thoughts. No, I'm not going to give you our thoughts on the H3 content nuke. I refuse.
We don't. Let me put it this way.
Holy shit.
No.
What? I think that's
Move
funny.
on. Move on. In fact, here, I think I have the one that you were originally looking for.
Well, hold on. Let me watch this one again, Dan, because it
Rewatch
is
it.
funny, but I'll scale it back. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I thought it was
no.
funny.
I'm not going to give you our thoughts on the H3 content nuke. I refuse.
Let me put it this way.
This was like a few weeks before the content nuke came out. And Anisa...
You mean the content cop?
The content cop. She's so tickled by the idea.
I don't think it was a few weeks. The Reddit post said it was, well, depends on how
Maybe
you
a
define a
month.
few.
Yeah.
It says less than 2 months before the content cop.
This was right before they started working on it, I believe.
Right.
But she was so tickled by the idea. Me commenting on the content nuke.
They were obviously Jewish.
Well, at the time, not knowing that they were secretly holding
Haters.
animosity towards you, frankly, understandable.
Yeah, no, at the time when I saw this, I
They
had
were
no
right
problem.
at this time.
I had no problem
don't wait
with that.
into something controversial. You have a big charity event coming up.
Completely understandable.
Right.
They found a couple of really groundbreaking discoveries through that experiment.
Which experiments, Anisa?
As terrible as the Holocaust was,
Oh my-
obviously it was horrendous, and how
God.
disgusting the doctor was that did the experiments on people. It was gay people, handicaps, twins, and obviously they were obviously Jewish, or they did it on Jewish people.
Girl, what?
That's a really hard question.
You know, any sentence that starts with, I know that what the Nazis did was terrible, but...
And I think if people are being 100% honest, they'd give you a different answer than what you're expecting. And obviously, they were obviously Jewish.
What was the groundbreaking discoveries, Anisa? Which one were they?
That's a really hard question.
How taught to make human skin to make it into a lampshade? Like, what was the groundbreaking experiments?
They were obviously Jewish.
What happens when you pump like a fucking child full of formaldehyde? Was that the groundbreaking experiments that they did? Like,
That's
what
a
the
really
fuck is
hard
wrong with
question.
you?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's insane. It's actually nuts.
Horrible.
What have they done? Look what they've done. What was I talking? Oh yeah, so let me watch this.
Very busy.
And yeah, if we let any of that enter our fucking lives, we'd kill ourselves.
Yeah, so obviously no comment on that part, right?
Right. Careers, perhaps.
Right.
Right. I think I found the clip that you were originally looking for.
This one was funny though. I think my response was funny, but everybody said no. You know. Oh, it's not clickable link. What are you doing, Dan? You sent me an unclickable link.
Oh, embed fail. Epic
God,
embed
this
fail.
is a boring clip. I
I
thought
don't
we had
know
a better
why-
clip. Jeez, next time, hey, docket team,
Zach, you're on fire, bro.
bro, give me the meat of the clip.
All right, I just pasted it into my browser.
Okay.
Here. Old school.
Old
shit.
It's not this
baby.
first one, but
Obvious
it
that
cuts
this is
away
your
through in a
like
second.
this is your emotional dumping ground. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's called the H3 Podcast. It's always been my emotional dumping ground. What are you talking about? It's my show. I can dump. I can take a dump on you. I'll take a dump on anyone.
Explaining to the people why we started this podcast. Like, what is the purpose? Just so people get an idea. One of the reasons is it's like, oh, I just need to sometimes dump a little bit. And I also like talking.
I just need to sometimes dump.
It's just, that's why you just don't say something that dumb. As like, this isn't what podcasting is. Like,
Big,
you just
massive
look
dump.
and sound like a fucking idiot. It's an insane thing to say as a
Horrible.
criticism. The creator of the clip is credited. Shout out to Plus Gear 4856 on the sub. Let's get it.
Wow.
You Jessel.
Jessel. So anyway, that's Ian for you guys. He's killing it out there. Doing great. I hear the creator clash is going awesome.
Huh?
What happened, Nate? Oh, that's why I couldn't find it.
There it is.
I was trying to find it on my lappy. But we'll get into all that. My goal here today is to watch Frogan's response video to my response video to her.
How many layers deep
unfollowing me on Twitter.
Ethan, wake up.
Can't anymore.
And so that'll be fun. That'll be a good time there. But in the meantime, we got some goofs and gaffs. Let's see. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to our friend of the show, our boy, favorite, Les Sky. Les Sky, please. Can we get Les Sky in here? He's always out finding like cool places at night, in the middle of the night when nobody's there. Look how sick this is. Oh, got claimed? Who the fuck claimed it?
I assume him, but he's a friend of the show, so I
Look
feel
at his
like
face. I don't know what is happening in this, but it's funny.
Huh?
His face with his hand there.
Oh yeah, that's a good freeze frame.
I can't watch it then, bro. Less Sky, more copyright claims.
That's tragic.
It is. All right, well, fuck it. Sorry, Les Sky.
Dog shit.
Just trying to give you a shout out.
Dog shit.
149 likes. Who would
One of
win,
them's
him
me.
or Lyrics Born? Let's see. Now, somebody posted this. Okay. First of all, I love my boy, Lyrics Born.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't even put him up against anyone because he's in a league of his own. But this guy kind of crushed it, dude.
Okay.
This dude's name is I Am Bubba Graham.
Okay.
All right.
And I was like, okay, Bubba, I hear you.
All right,
Check
let's
this
see
shit
it.
out.
I'm so curious.
With a Leo reach. I'm the baddest mother sucker from the big SC. If you got a problem with it, first answer me. If I'm the one in 82, who the three gon' be? I'ma pop it till the world gon' know. Have them throwing dollar bills like
The way he like moves himself is great.
Yeah.
Even like just his facial movement. He knows what he's doing.
His flow is good.
Comes out with the heat of chicken grease. I try to keep the peace and not release animosity, but here's the beast.
Wow.
I thought that shit was fire, so I don't know.
Bubba.
At this point, I'm like, shit, I don't know.
You don't know? Really? You might have
I'm more
unseated
familiar
your
with
boy?
Lyrics Born,
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
but Bubba's got something.
Is it just because he was first to market though? Like,
It definitely could be. I mean, there's definitely a bias, an existing bias. But yeah, no. Check out Bubba.
Bubba, dude.
Love that. Very impressive. This guy, another mute audio. This guy, the guy she tells you not to worry about. This was on my feed, and
the audio was a big part of why it was funny though. But
when I saw this, well, Zach can just try to find something. It's just like alpha music.
Right.
I was like, this has to be a joke, so I went to the guy's page.
Nah,
It's not a joke at all.
There's plenty of guys like this out there.
So this says POV, the guy she tells you not to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I believe her.
yeah, exactly. Bro, you're weird, bro. What are you doing?
He can't keep the eye contact.
Weirdo, bro.
Also, it's just... what are you doing, bro?
You're a weirdo, bro.
I'm not going to comment.
And she's absolutely right in the comments.
The top comment is, what are you going to do, breastfeed her?
Oh, that's too mean. That's crazy.
The thing is, like, usually it's not nice to make fun of people's like appearance, but this guy kind of like invited it.
Yeah.
Not kind of. He did.
He did.
Oh,
I
so
can't tell you how
funny.
Dearborn coded this is. Everyone always wonders how I got such a beautiful wife like Lena, it's because this was my competition. This is there's a level of delusion in Dearborn that's just simply beautiful.
I love delusion. It's actually very important.
Do you find that to be true, Lena? Is the caliber, AB's got to be premium? I mean, just outside of Dearborn, you're a handsome guy, you're a smart guy. AB, don't you know what I mean? Like you're already premium, right, Lena?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what he's saying about like the typical Dearborn guy.
In Israel, we call it. I think it's got the same thing. It's called how am I forgetting?
They're obviously Jewish.
Oh, they're called why am I forgetting? I know the women are called freka. Arsim. There's a name for it, like the douchey Middle Eastern bravado swag.
We say hawks.
I think it's the same exact person. It must be. Yeah.
There's another dude in Dearborn. I just saw on my For You page. He was like screaming like, just take a fucking year. Take a year. I never thought I'd be doing this shit. Now look at me. And I'm telling you, it has 16 likes. And I'm like, wow, I missed this level of delusion.
What does take a year mean?
Huh? Like take a year to invest in yourself.
Oh, okay.
Just don't be afraid.
That's good advice.
Yeah, but he's like, look at me now. But he has
not very inspiring.
Well, he used to have 0 likes. Now he has 16.
These comments are just brutal. The classic cafeteria lady build. Bro's gonna steal her bras.
Oh,
the only guy I will not worry about.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Shit. Nothing to worry about. Too insecure to even maintain eye contact with the camera. Bro thinks he's the main character. I mean, I knew the comments wouldn't disappoint on this one. I was laughing before I even saw them. This was a wild one, man. I mean, shout out, he left it up. You know what I mean? Like, God bless.
Yeah, you know. Shout out.
Cryptocurrency.
Crypto. Hell yeah.
Oh, is this guy a Dubai crypto bro?
I think so. I mean, it's impossible.
People are still clowning on him this one. Yeah, the dog. Oh, God. The guy she tells you not to worry about. Oh, man, he's never going to live that one down. He's in Dubai living it up. I mean, he looks way more like put together here.
Yeah,
true. Like his outfit looks nice. You don't see like his kind of weird breasticles. You know, I kind of like the fit, all white.
Yeah.
He forgot to close your doors.
Rental.
He left his door open.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know about that pool shot, brother. But anyhow, this one also, like, I think at least he's dressed. You know what I mean? Like, shit. I think that's a big plus when he's dressed.
What's he reading?
Le Monde.
Le Monde.
Does anyone know what that is?
It's a French periodical.
This bro for sure does not speak French.
It means the world, I believe.
Le Monde.
Oh, okay. He's
It's
pretending.
a French daily afternoon newspaper.
There you go.
I mean, depending on where he's from, there are a lot of Lebanese that speak French.
That's true.
Let's see. Did he write in French? No. He wrote The Gentleman and the Savage. But even is this room?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me sit in the room with all of
That's
the
a lot of lamps.
It looks AI
candles.
That's an enormous amount of lamps.
Put me in the room with my unlit candles.
Somebody in this room is probably 3 dudes that's fucking children.
No. We don't know that.
We have no idea about that.
Anyway, shout out to this guy.
Anywho.
Got your lady sweating. You're sweating.
Nah.
You know.
We're at 33 minutes, by the way.
I'll do this quick one.
Okay.
You know, Idubbbz isn't the only one that discovered empathy.
Oh, that's good.
It's apparently
we could all
been
use
going
a little
around.
more empathy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, this is an excerpt from the
woke asshole, but like
the Paul family docu-series.
Dude, I come across like a woke asshole, but like, dude, women have it hard.
Aw, thank you.
That is such a woke asshole.
That's such a woke asshole thing to say.
Bro, women have it hard. This is iconic, isn't it?
You know, I wish they weren't claiming this show because it does seem like there's a lot of heat coming out of this Paul show.
Truthfully, we would be promoting the fuck out of it.
It's true.
Yeah.
They're so foolish. That's HBO. Because I feel like, despite all of our criticism for the Paul brothers,
they know. Yeah,
they know
yeah.
it would be good for people to be able to talk about the show.
And like, I was planning on doing a review of every episode, and not even like when I talk about these shows that I watch because I don't like them or I don't like the people in them, like Housewives, etc. I'm telling people, go watch the show. It's very entertaining.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. This is literally a promotion. I'm not being like, don't watch this show.
Right.
Woke asshole, but like, dude, women have it hard.
So awesome.
As much as I want to make fun of him, this was me after I went on a trip with Lena and her sister and their best friend. It's like, it's one of those things where like, yeah, women have it hard, but seeing just like consistently how harassed they were on that one trip, I was like, holy shit, man. It's like,
what trip?
We just took a weekend trip
like
to
Housewives,
Vegas,
etc. In Vegas, they got hassled.
Literally everywhere, like just grabbed.
What?
Yeah, these girls like don't party or anything either. Like they're very like to themselves.
People were grabbing you, Lena?
No.
Not to me. There was like these guys while we were walking on the strip, just making comments to me. But my sister, as we were walking through one of the casinos, like this guy grabbed her arm. He was all sweaty and it was really gross.
What?
Ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, that was me.
He's right, man. He is right.
He may sound like a woke asshole, but he's right.
Yeah. No, he's
And
right.
I'd rather him say it than not. You know what I mean?
True.
Like,
Yeah, no,
I am
that's
grateful.
Fair. That's fair.
I mean,
grateful.
Thank you, Logan Paul.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I don't know, man. Has he considered this? That's reggae. That's why reggae was made. Yeah. All right. Thank you, reggae.
Boy.
Oh, man. The haters at home are sweating when they see me show up in a suit with a red tie. They're like, oof.
It's nice and cool today. They're not sweating.
Bro dressed up for the
Proverbial
Clippers.
sweating, Dan. Proverbial sweating. Let me thank our sponsor, Stamps.com. Beloved by Dan's wife, Allie, who is the Stamps.com aficionado.
She's an aficionado. It's true.
She's actually changed her middle name to Stamps.
She has, yeah. I begged her not to.
Did she take your name, Miss Swerdlove?
She did, yeah.
So she's now Allie Stamps Swerdlove.
That's correct.
I think it sounds...
The acronym is
it
not the best.
I like it. Guys, if you are in the business of mailing anything, you're going to want to use Stamps.com H3. Now, let me tell you why. First and foremost, you're going to be saving a boatload of money, up to 88% off USPS and UPS rates. Let's get that out of the way straight off. Huge savings. If you're just using the post office to send packages, you are overpaying by potentially like 500%. Stamps.com is able to negotiate these phenomenal rates because they work with over a million businesses that trust them and use their service faithfully. And of course, Allie Stamps Swerdlove is one of those people. Stamps is my middle name. Danger. Can I say something? I shouldn't say it.
No.
I know someone.
Not during the ad read.
No, it's not something vulgar or anything. I know someone that I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
It's just about someone I know. Let me type it.
I'm not interested.
No, it is funny.
I don't really want to hear about
I
it.
want to know about Stamps.com.
Danger.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Is it funny?
I think
it's super funny, but you don't have to say who it is.
No, but it'll get back.
Oh,
well, then don't.
It's family.
Then don't.
Okay, well, it's funny, but
You have your own answer.
People have no clue what I'm talking about.
Nope.
No.
That's why you got to move on.
So, guys, if you want to, first of all, massive savings, okay? But that's not even the best part. The best part is the convenience of this amazing service. Let me tell you how it does. Sign up, okay? Stamps.com, code H3. They send you a free digital scale. You take the scale, you weigh the package, the envelope, whatever it is you're sending. You go on the website, you decide exactly which method you want to send it by. You can choose the carrier, how fast you want it to get there, what kind of insurance. They show you the exact price it's going to be for multiple carriers you can choose from. When you decide that, you print the postage, you put it on the package, and then Do you have to go to the mail office? Do you have to go to the post office? Do you have to make tedious trips dropping off packages here and there anymore? No, you do not.
Nope.
Because you can schedule a pickup. They will come pick it up from your front door. I mean, come on, guys, seriously. You can put it in your mailbox. You can put it in a drop box. You can drop it off at the post office. You can do anything you want with it, essentially. You could probably just kick that thing onto the freeway and it will find its way to its address, right?
It'll find its way there eventually, probably. Maybe.
So that's why I love Stamps.com. It's such a great no-brainer if you're in mailing stuff, if you own a small business, if you just have a lot of pen pals around the world. That's the flexibility and savings that you need in your life with Stamps.com. Sign up at Stamps.com and use the code H3 for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial. Plus free postage.
Anything else?
Yes, a free digital scale. Free postage?
Oh, wow. Yeah, dude. It's free money.
And best of all, there's no long-term commitments or contracts. Give it a shot, you know what I mean? Just go to Stamps.com and use the code H3. Thank you so much to our wonderful sponsor. Please consider supporting them. We love Stamps.com. We love them. Hey! Jack Doherty was robbed of $300,000 worth of jewelry. Man, this guy's having a rough go at it right now.
300,000?
What? Yeah, what was stolen? Bro, doesn't he always have bodyguards? Like, he's the last person who should be walking around with $300,000 of jewelry. People will rob him just on principle.
It could have been a break into his house.
Let's see. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Let's see what he has to say.
Drive for $300,000 worth of my diamond chains.
The police are there. I think it just happened.
So
He's
funny,
on Rodeo.
yeah. But,
Wait, on Rodeo? Wait, is that Rodeo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary. He got robbed on Rodeo. They forgot to take his watch. He's wearing a milli.
It's probably dating him money.
They didn't want the fucking watch because it looks like shit, dude.
They thought it was cheap, even though this watch probably cost like $200,000.
Yeah.
They left the watch in the... What the... How much jewelry were you wearing, man?
I saw that he said that he ran and they got the chain and he managed to run away, I think.
He was wearing a $300,000 chain?
Couple of chains, I think.
Wow.
Damn, they missed. They should have got the watch.
They were armed, too.
On Rodeo?
Yeah.
That seems kind of... I feel like he set that up. I think he's doing insurance fraud.
People are saying that his security guard set him up.
Oh, yeah, that's what it means. Yeah. Okay, what I mean is it sounds fishy. Like, people don't just cruise up on Rodeo with guns.
That does seem nuts.
Like, that seems like something that was pre-planned.
There's a clip with him talking to a security guard, and he said, like, I started fighting them. The security guard said this. I started fighting them, but then they pulled out the gun, and he backed off.
Oh, he even had security there. I think you're right. I think it was an inside job.
No, I'm not claiming that.
Well, I'm saying I think.
Sure,
I'm saying I think. What do I know? You know?
I'm live on Party, so I just got robbed.
Where's he streaming? On Party? What the fuck?
On Rodeo Drive for $300,000 worth of my diamond chains. Pretty cooked. So funny, yeah. But I'm live on Party, so I just got
What's
robbed.
live on Party? This guy's been banished from every platform. He's on something called Party.
Oh, yeah. I think when that last drama with him was happening, it was all occurring on whatever the fuck that is.
The fuck is Party?
Can we look it up? It was... Maybe he owned it or something? Let's see. Streaming platform.
I can't even find it.
If you're wearing $300,000 worth of jewelry as a dude the size of a 12-year-old, female gymnast...
Party with an I, right?
To be robbed.
Yeah, Party.
Also get new security.
It's the next-gen creator platform. Livestream, earn crypto, trade on our DEX, and build your brand. The Web3 creator economy and live streaming platform. Sounds
if anyone comes up to me and starts talking about Web3, I leave.
This is the first streamer on their website. This is the first recommended streamer on an unlogged account. That's so fucking
What did you
funny.
say, Nate? Oh, if you go to Party, this is the what the fuck? Some dude just getting trashed?
Yeah.
Some dude who's drinking Modelo's and getting trashed is number one.
Chop chop.
That looks like a good time.
Yeah.
What's it called? Just party.com?
Party with an I.
With an I, yeah.
Oh, so it's Purdy?
Party?
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 Purdy. With an I?
P-A-R-T-Y.
Party with an I at the end
Oh,
instead of
oh,
Y.
okay, party.
Not Perty.
That was okay. PartyI.com. Let's see what's going on here.
This article is saying some people suspect his new girlfriend.
You spelled it wrong. Instead of a Y, it's an I.
Oh.
It's now with an I.
Party. Okay, I got you now.
It's a little bit of a flaw in the name.
Now I'm getting Cloudflare mornings.
Yeah, I
that's
did
it.
have a Cloudflare thing when I loaded it up. I'm also being informed that Sneeko streams on Party.
Holy shit. You know, you thought like Rumble was like the rock bottom. Yeah. It actually goes lower.
There's always another layer.
And there's our boy. Shop.
Featured
like a
creator, Sneeko.
He has 26,000 followers, Jack Doherty. Wow. Versus millions on his other platform.
Oh, is
Here's
this
Sneeko. Is this how Sneeko travels on the New York Metro? New York City Metro?
The Twitter mask.
Fuck you.
I wish I there was more info about the robbery. I'm really captivated by it. Like, I want to know what happened. It's just very not normal. Like, Rodeo's pretty fucking, like, one of the safest places in LA, it feels like.
And there should be videos of it.
He was walking down Rodeo Drive when a car suddenly pulled up beside him. 4 armed men emerged from the vehicle and approached him.
Was he live streaming?
Let me see. He was with his bodyguard, though, his 6'9" bodyguard.
Yeah, but if he's not armed.
He does have a license to be armed. Some people are suspecting that the bodyguard was in on it.
That's what Love was saying. It seems like an inside job.
If he was another video.
If he was streaming, it makes sense that they would cruise up on him like that.
Well, I never saw any clips from a stream, so I don't think he was.
If he's not streaming, bro, you definitely got hustled.
That's the bodyguard in the back there.
That guy is massive.
Yeah.
No, that's like 3. That's like.
I mean, to be fair to the bodyguard, there's not much you can do when a group full of armed.
No, that's exactly what he said.
That's pretty. That's like pretty overkill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's grand.
I ain't laying down my life for Jack Doherty.
Fuck.
Dude, that didn't stop me.
Where'd your shirt go, bro?
Stole it.
They stole my shirt, man.
They were there. I was like fighting with the guys, like trying to get them the fuck off me so I can keep my watch and shit. But like literally the chains were gone instantly. Like I was like, fuck.
So
like,
when you tell us what happened. So when you went to the
I'm
ground,
like pinned up against the wall, me and her, and like I get pinned up against the wall like this.
For real, where's your shirt, man?
It did get ripped, so he probably just took it off.
Oh, it did? It looked fine
in the first clip. It was slightly ripped.
Oh, okay.
I see my chains right there in this guy's hand, and I'm being pushed like this. Some other guy's going at my watch, and I'm like trying to fucking fight him off. And then
so 4 dudes, they pushed you against the wall like instantly, and just one took your chain.
Somehow, like
one's holding you.
Like we're all here, like 5 of us were right here, or 6 of us were right
I'm
here.
being reminded that he took his shirt off when he crashed his car too.
That's the first thing he does.
It's a coping mechanism.
When you're panicking, just take your shirt off. My boys do that. They love taking their shirt off.
There you go.
Teddy calls it he does a snake when he sheds his skin and he takes everything off but his underwear.
Makes sense.
There you go.
Oh, so this is an inside job, bro.
Yeah.
There's no explanation.
But there should be videos of it, surely, on like fucking security cameras there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
that place is locked the fuck down.
That'll probably come out at some point, which is pretty exciting.
If the police wanted to, they could definitely find out who did it.
Yeah.
Do they want to? Probably not.
Who cares?
According to Medium.com, which I don't know how reputable
I think that's a website that
That's
you
a
can
blog.
publish.
Yeah, anybody
anything
can
on.
publish on there.
Okay, because they're alleging that the police department has launched an investigation.
I mean, that would also not surprise me. It's a pretty serious crime.
Yeah.
And a very in a place that they explicitly want to keep safe.
Sure.
Beverly Hills has its own police department.
Yeah, it's its own city. So, yeah, I mean, if he really got ripped off, I'm sure there's a police investigation. Also, I've just learned that Kanye has streamed to 2,000 people on Party.
2,000.
It's awesome.
Yay.
Is that Kanye?
Did we talk about the latest Kanye thing on the show, or did we just talk about that on
I
the
think
air?
it's just kind of over his attention-seeking bullshit.
You're talking about the academics thing?
No, I'm talking about the reveal about his cousin.
Oh no, we didn't. I'm not actually. I didn't. You kind of filled me in. Should we watch that?
It's really gross.
Well, it was. I don't think there's even anything to watch.
It's tweets.
It was a tweet, and he released a song singing about how.
What's your argument?
Is the song
he had
claimed?
incestuous sex with his.
I want to hear that song.
cousin.
Is it claimed?
He'll probably claim.
I'm sure
it
it's
now.
claimed. Yeah.
Check, because it sounds like something he just threw together.
Yeah.
Let me finish this, and then I'm gonna get to the Kanye incest thing. I'm pregnant and just got the results of my gender. My name is Mackenzie. Can you please tell my sister Casey and Shannon that I'm having a boy?
Hey,
we're having a boy.
Congratulations.
I love boys. I'm a boy's dad. I'm a boy dad. I love it. You guys are gonna be blessed. Love y'all. Thank you so much. Pretty sure this baby has heard Ethan's voice more than my own. There it is. Then he's gonna turn out just fine. Here it is.
And next thing I know, Dave and two of the guys are there, and then one of the guys chasing me around the fucking street trying to get my watch off me still.
You went fully across the street?
And then the other guy's like, nah, we got the chains. And then the other guy stopped chasing me.
They should have got the watch.
Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty's cooked, all right?
You think he had it insured? It doesn't seem like it, by the way. He's acting.
He doesn't seem too upset, to be fair. To have just lost 300K?
That's true. Maybe he does have it insured.
Well, he knows it's content. Yeah.
It ain't no content worth $300,000.
Well, I'm saying if it's insured.
If it's insured, then it's whatever.
He hasn't had this many eyes on him since his girlfriend broke up with him.
It's true. Since the police were casing his house to rescue his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Did you run all the way across the street?
I ran there, then I was like, fuck, if I go there, it's just me and him. So I was like, I have to come back.
And then what, his boys said, oh, we got the chain.
You got to run inside like Prada or Gucci or something.
Hell yeah.
It's a good call. They're ready for that.
Yeah, they're ready. They're ready. I went to the Patek Philippe boutique on Rodeo. There's more security than there are. There's like way more security than there are. There was like maybe 3 people inside the store, and there was like 10 armed security guards.
Jesus Christ.
It's insane.
Yeah.
He turned around and yelled, and they hopped in the car.
Yeah, straps out is being fucking insane.
It's one thing to flash that shit, put it away with fucking.
I know, it's literally one thing just to like drive around now. You're literally, I wonder if they had a fake plate or some shit.
He probably would insure it, not thinking about it. He knows he's a public person and shit like this could happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Makes sense.
Well, that'd be a relief.
Thank God. Thank God.
I mean, I have been hearing more and more stories of robberies, people getting their watch stolen on Rodeo.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they got to lock that down. I always think I'm safe when I walk
Nah,
in there.
dude,
But the thing is, everybody on that street is like wearing like $100,000 worth of jewelry.
Well, that's probably why it's a tempting place for people that mug people.
It's very weird to get singled out because everybody there is decked up in like the nicest shit.
They'll just come and take and hold you at gunpoint. And it's like,
The interesting about Rodeo Drive is that it is a popular tourist destination, but it's also equally popular with the locals. And you will see the richest, famous people in the world cruising down that street too.
Interesting.
I got my watch there at the Cartier store.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm working on getting a new strap for my Cartier. They seem really nice. Cool there.
Yeah.
So I do see some reports of incidents there, but the last one other than this Jack Doherty thing was back in November. So it doesn't sound like it's like constantly happening kind of thing. But it was like a kind of a similar thing. They were robbed by 4 thieves on Rodeo.
Wow.
I'm seeing one from
November.
From April 19th.
What'd they steal?
From when? April when?
April 19th. Police searching for 3 suspects who allegedly robbed someone for their watch outside of Beverly Hills jewelry store.
Wow,
there you go.
Fuck that. Oh, so maybe they do just cruise up on people.
This was on Camden Drive, so it's like next to it.
Right, it's like in that same area.
Oh, that's horrific.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go.
It's also, I know a lot of people get their just chain snatched, like, because it's so easy to just come up and
Rip it off.
Rip it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rough times, dude.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
That sucks
Mr.
for
Doherty.
Jack Doherty, man. That sucks. Oh, I feel so
The
bad.
top
for him.
comment is praying for the robbers hope they made it home safe.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's brutal.
What's up?
Yeah, I mean, all the luxury stores in the city are on Rodeo, so you have to go there if you want to like shop at those kinds of stores.
I actually don't know if I've been to the actual Rodeo, the famous.
So it is, however, extremely beautiful, well kept. It's a very nice place, and the restaurants there are all amazing.
Yeah,
like that's where they have all the really like premium. There's an Italian place down there that I absolutely love called. There's a few really good ones, but El Pastio.
It sounds like a fake Italian name.
No, it's
I think you just made that up.
They even import like Italian waiters. Like,
wow,
it's really good. I recommend maybe it's a good date situation for you. Don't do like the Steiny thing.
No, of course not.
Also, I will say the Beverly Hills Cheesecake Factory is top tier. It's top tier. It's better than most.
It's the best cheesecake.
It is the best cheesecake factory.
Interesting.
Where's their cheesecake factory?
It's on, I think, Cannon.
You think that one specifically is better than say the Sherman Oaks one or the Galleria one?
I know for a fact.
I feel like they're all the same.
For a fact.
They use different ingredients?
I've been to many a cheesecake factory.
Okay, you're a connoisseur.
Yes.
Okay, this is so fun. I gotta say it now. That's where I brought my girlfriend from one of our first dinners.
Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
I mean, Cheesecake Factory.
We were in the area, and I was like, "Let's go there."
It's a good restaurant.
It's a great restaurant, honestly. It's such a great place. They have like huge booths.
Yeah.
You can bring your family.
The
Everything
architecture is stunning.
gorgeous.
At
Good
the
vibes.
Cheesecake Factory.
What do you usually get, Zach? What's your order?
Well, since I've been on this new diet, I haven't really been like eating out as much, but I would get their American cheeseburger, which is just top tier, dude. It's so fucking good. Their fries are good.
That's what I get.
Good Diet Coke, you know?
If you're dieting, this is the one I get. You
go to Cheesecake Factory and you guys just get a plain burger?
It's very good.
They have like 50,000 items.
Yeah,
and you
honestly,
get the
I don't
most
like all their
basic
other
thing.
food. All their other food is like way over the top.
I mean, fair enough. I
also, they
won't
have the
criticize too
calories.
much. I'm just surprised.
They write the calories on the menu, and it really fucks me up because they're like, get this subtle sounding chicken dish, and it's like 2,500 calories.
Do you know about their special weekend menu?
No.
They have, I think it's only on Saturday and Sundays, they have a cinnamon roll pancake.
Not kidding.
That is just like unbelievably, just unbelievable.
Not getting that.
They have like a frozen peach drink and they put it in like a beautiful like globe cup and then they put a little thing of mint on the top and it looks like a peach.
Oh, I want to try that. I never look at the drinks.
I love a fun blended drink.
Their lemonade is also top tier.
Zach, did you know that Cheesecake Factory is the first Cheesecake Factory?
Really?
In fact.
Somebody in the chat just said that, and I looked it up, and it looks like it's true.
Wow, you guys, this is so interesting.
Now I kind of believe you that is the best.
It
one.
is
It's like
the
the
best
flagship
one.
store.
Wait, hold on.
really
Is
good.
Cheesecake Factory a uniquely Los Angeles place?
No, it's a national.
But that was
thing.
the first one.
Apparently.
Look at that.
When we used to live in Florida, that was the spot. Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
There's a Drake line about the Cheesecake Factory that I always think of. Says, "Why you got to fight with me at Cheesecake? You know I love to go there." Something like there's families that go there.
I love to go there.
I will say though, the restroom is a little small. I will say that.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that you can get the Skinnylicious burger. Which is which is only like 500 calories, but by the way, you have to say Skinnylicious to them, which is embarrassing.
Skinnylicious?
Yeah, they got a Skinnylicious menu.
It's their low calorie.
Oh, here it is, the Skinnylicious small plate.
Which is I'd almost rather just
Should we order
diabetes
cheesecake
than
right now?
say
Yes,
Skinnylicious.
yes.
Well, I would just get the burger lettuce wrapped. Like that's what I do.
I can't do that. It's just not worth it. Can't.
Cheese.
Anywho, let's move on. We got a lot to get to.
Jessel.
I wanted to talk about this previously, but I forgot. Asmongold had the funniest.
It's also like, you know what I said before about like the live stream.
take about me. I'm not even mad. You know what I mean? I'm not even mad. I think it's fine when people talk about this. Obviously, I know that
I've
like,
held off on watching this, so I'm so curious about
you're gonna lose
You're
it.
in for a treat.
It's just insane.
I haven't
is,
seen
it's
it
insane.
either.
All right.
But I know that online, like in the leftist Ethan hate circles, everybody's pretending like they don't know I have Tourette's and acting like I'm addicted to cocaine or something. which is like obviously douchey.
Obviously, two
ableist,
things can be true.
and pathetic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the cocaine makes it worse. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
It's also
But
like, you know what I said
this
before?
I've never heard this. I've actually never heard this vocalized before.
Okay.
I mean, even I guess listen, even in his chat, it's like cocaine, which I don't think these people know what drug addiction looks like.
Nah, yeah.
But okay, fine. I'm on cocaine. Whatever you think. It's a neurological disorder, you know, that I'm forced to sit in front of you every day and battle.
Wow, he's so brave.
I'm the real. I am.
Stop, he is.
I am.
Did you see that RFK specifically said that when he was a kid, Tourette's wasn't a thing?
Who said that?
RFK Jr.
He said that?
Oh, just the other day.
My uncle has Tourette's, which is his age.
I know Roger Ailes.
I'll pull up the clip for after this.
There was a good
Anyway.
Jon Stewart segment about him. He is fucking insane.
He really is.
Like
I mean,
he just
I know.
makes up stats.
Yeah, no, he's nuts.
There's this scene where John Oliver shows
He dumped a dead bear carcass in the middle of Central Park. That's
yeah,
about when
you run it.
he fully lost me.
he's actually unhinged, insane. It's wild, man. It's wild.
Did you see Trump snub Cheryl at the UFC fight? That was crazy, dude.
Yeah. By the way,
Cheryl Hines?
Yeah,
his wife?
snubbed her. Full snub.
Because she's a Democrat?
I think she's
so is he.
against him.
No,
Or was.
He was saying hi to everybody, and RFK and Cheryl were next to each other, and Trump just like he hugged Bobby.
I mean, pull it up. It's pretty entertaining.
Okay.
I read that she had said something unkind about him, which is why he probably swerved her. It was definitely intentional. It was cold as fuck.
Oh yeah.
But I was hearing Trump has the lowest approval rating of any president of all time at this point in his presidency. So I mean, that's encouraging.
I heard that it was only of the last 70 years.
Oh, that's when polling started.
So let's not exaggerate.
Who was that 70 years ago blowing it this hard?
I think that was just because that's when they started this particular poll.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of encouraging, right? People are.
I mean, how could he
digging
not
it.
be tanking?
called sports.
Like he's doing his best to upset everyone.
And encouraging
Seemingly.
people on whole are upset. Like a lot of people were like, you need to do something about the immigration issue, right? But all of those same people are saying now like he's going way too far, which I think is encouraging
It's
too.
called
That the
sports.
American public is ultimately like, you know, not that insane.
Not that interested in rounding up random people that have committed no crimes and putting them in a camp in
that's
El
not
Salvador.
good. It's not good. Yeah.
Well, it's good to know that people aren't.
Well, you don't know.
quite-
You just don't know.
You don't know. Maybe people are down for
Yeah,
it.
but you know,
Some percentage of people are apparently. He's not at zero, so
it's not at zero, but it's very low, which is nice to see. Honestly, it makes me feel good. So here's Asmongold on my Tourette's.
Okay.
More about like the live streaming, like him live streaming with like those ticks and stuff like that. I think it does delegitimize him and it makes him look unhinged because people don't understand like what Tourette's is. Like for example, if you go back and you watch a lot of my old videos, I used to cover my mouth a lot whenever I would smile because I was missing all my teeth here, right? And so I didn't want people to see that because I thought it would look bad. So in often cases, there are things that you probably just shouldn't display to your audience, or you should try to avoid displaying to your audience, even though
Asmongold, I don't know if you know this, but it's not really up to me. Trust me, I wish that I wasn't ticking out and people thinking I love how he goes, it delegitimizes you.
I'm trying to navigate my way through his logic. So is he insinuating that like you're insecure and you shouldn't be because like does he mean that
he makes his
mouth 'cause
point.
he's insecure?
He drives it home.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
let's,
All right,
let's
let's
hear him
see.
out.
But isn't he famously have a lot of ticks? Doesn't he like tick out on?
I don't think he really.
not really.
ticks.
I think he's just gross, right?
No, maybe.
He's got other.
But he'll like
he's got other issues, but
he'll like
not
hit,
ticking.
He'll like hit his head on the keyboard and shit.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't no, that's not true. He has this. He has an eyebrow tick that he's always doing like this.
I'm seeing that right now on Reddit.
No, he has a.
So the
But I don't
post
think
is
he has
he has a
Tourette's
pretty prominent eyebrow tick.
this is on his sub, and it's the post is titled "Is his eyebrows tick contagious?"
Well, actually, like we touched on, if you have Tourette's or
If you have
maybe even a
Tourette's,
tick
right.
disorder, it can be contagious.
I think he's just like mega expressive with his.
No, it's a tick.
Oh,
I mean,
I think I've even
you're
heard
more
him
tuned
say
into this than because I can't say I've ever even noticed the eyebrow thing.
It's definitely a tick.
It's a meme in his community.
Okay.
Wait, yeah, there's a highlight on our channel called Battle of the Eyebrows, Asmongold versus Ethan.
It's a tick. I mean, listen, it's not a like strong one. My Tourette's used to.
No, you're probably right.
I used to have a similar one where it was just my eyebrows, and people said the same thing.
Yeah.
I just thought you were expressive, which is great. You know, I don't want people to focus on that. But anywho.
They're a part of your identity because it could lead people to have conclusions about you or draw those conclusions that are not charitable. And I know it might sound like a heartless thing to say, but I'm a pragmatic person and I'm just being honest and I'm trying to look out for what I think is in somebody's best interest.
So, like, I'm not saying I'm not saying you're not pragmatic or that you're not being honest, which I appreciate the honesty, of course. It's just, what do you want me to do with that info? You know?
Right.
How are you helping me? That's like when the doctor goes, there's this famous Brian Regan joke. He goes, I went to the optometrist. And he looked at me and he said, I just want to let you know your left eye is slightly set lower than your right eye. There's nothing I can do about it. I just want you to be insecure about it for the rest of your life. Like, what do you want me to do about it, buddy? I have Tourette's, you know.
They're obviously Jewish.
Brian Regan, is he Jewish? Maybe.
What was the relevance of that one?
Well, it's obvious, Dan.
Just throwing that out.
Throw it out there. It's never a bad idea.
I'm just seeing if it's stuck.
Yeah, it's never a bad idea.
And sometimes that means telling them something they might not want to hear.
How does that help?
Hey, there's a lot of.
I just don't understand what.
At the very beginning of this, I thought he was just going to simply state that it gives people the impression that you might be on drugs or something, which we were just talking about. I mean, that is something that people say, but this is veered off to the left here.
It's just I just don't understand how it's constructive.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you have Tourette's and people think you're crazy. You should probably
just stay off the
disappear.
internet.
You should just
probably
quit
just shut
making
up.
videos. Like, bro, I've been doing this podcast for 10 years at this point, live. Okay, like, you know, what do you mean? It's fine. It's fine. I'm doing fine.
Well, he's
You know what I
basically
mean?
telling you not to tick, right? Because he said he used to not smile to cover his like teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do that.
So just don't tick.
That in that analogy.
No, he's got a good point.
So whenever I feel a tick coming, I'll just do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe Nate could cut away.
Yeah, we need a tick button. You press it and I switch off.
So if when I do like this, maybe I should turn around or something. I don't know. Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe I'll keep my hand below the desk. Maybe that could work.
Yeah.
Thing is, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed, and I choose not to hide from it or to be ashamed of it, because, you know, people shouldn't be ashamed and hide intrinsic parts of their personality or parts of their character. You know what I mean? And also, I think that people with Tourette's, obviously, because it's a very visual disorder or syndrome, whatever the fuck the difference is.
Here, I found a solution.
People with Tourette's are constantly feeling like they need to.
Oh, there you go.
I got a solution. Now we can't see you tick.
Oh, that's good. Can you do one more for my hands?
Yeah, maybe you could
Can we just make him a VTuber?
There you go.
Now this hand sometimes does it too.
It's usually the right hand.
Yeah.
Just get rid of this hand.
Okay.
Just to be safe. Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, okay. I can live with that.
I do this with my neck.
I am rectangular.
Too much off the top. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Just there you go. I think that's good.
You want to keep reacting?
Is this right, Asmon? Does this sound about right? Yeah, let me keep reacting.
Down.
like-
You look like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Joe, there's even more fair weather friends of the show. Let's not get into this shit, okay? That is so bizarre and insulting to suggest that I was only ever being friends with you to get something out of it. No, I'm friendly with
So you
you.
said, yeah, but they're normal, so you don't want to stream at all? Yeah, I think that if you live stream and you have those tics going on all the time, people are going to think that you're an unhinged crackhead. Yeah, absolutely. I tried saying it in a polite way, and people tried to take it in a worse way. And so I'm just going to say it straight out.
No, listen, I appreciate the honesty. I do. And I know he's right. I just don't know exactly what you want me to do. You know, like what? I just.
He's coming for all of us one by one. He said Arabs were a lesser culture. He's coming for Tourettes and Dan. Your days are numbers. And we come for bald people next.
You better not say anything about bald people. That's all I'm saying.
Well, he is balding.
Right.
Here's his coming take. If you're bald, you just shouldn't be on camera. I don't want to be the one to say it.
Yeah, no, he's right.
Wear a wig.
People take it the wrong way, so I'm just going to say it straight. The bald head is disgusting. It's hideous. People are going to think you're hideous.
I tried to say it nice. I tried to say it polite. I said that your head was shiny.
I appreciate the honesty.
Ela's in chat. She said, "You're an inspiration, King."
Oh, well, thank you. That is my wife, so it's a little biased, but I appreciate that.
I think he's talking about that.
I'm not even.
She appreciated his honesty.
I want to make it clear. I'm not even mad at Asmongold for this take. I just think it's funny.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Like I appreciate him being candid about it. You know, it's fine. I know that's how people feel. But again, I'm not new to this. This isn't like a new thing. I've like been in this game like a long fucking time now. So clearly, it's working at least to an extent. Like there's people watching.
I think that's fair. That's fair.
Right.
Horrible.
Despite
it is
like
horrible.
This is not what podcasts are.
All right, bro.
This is your emotional dumping ground.
Bro,
it's horrible.
It's so unfair.
Horrible.
People
That's the truth.
suggesting in the chat that you just convert to being a VTuber permanently.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Maybe we could incorporate some sort of anti-tick
I
algorithm.
think I would even.
Because I was just
My
thinking.
VTuber would tick out. Like with my hand and shit.
But maybe with technology we could counteract it.
It might look worse as a VTuber.
Right.
You should do one like Nick the Oreo does.
Just a
the little guy dancing in the
cartoon.
corner. Yeah.
Actually, I remember when we did a VTuber episode, you were an animated burger, and the burger had articulated eyebrows.
Yeah.
We're kind of going nuts.
Yeah.
One day we need to explain behind the scenes of that episode.
I think we have.
I don't think we have.
Okay.
What's the behind the scenes of that episode?
Do you remember how it all got deleted?
Got deleted?
There was a problem with it and it didn't save. Here, I'll put it in chat.
Delete.
You might as well just say it now. You don't need to come this far.
So yeah, the episode got deleted, and it was already late at night, so we had to reshoot the act. I reshot it myself.
You can say it.
I did everyone's part for that because the footage got deleted, and I wanted to save the day.
How'd that happen? Just so
I was still new and hungry, and I didn't know what to do for Ethan's part because I knew if I didn't imitate his facial expressions, people would know.
You were literally you were making fun of me at home on camera, pretending to have Tourette's, dude.
And now people know the truth.
Nah, it's fine. It's funny. I mean, actually, no. It's actually really good you did that because you saved the day.
I did. The hero no one knew about.
And again, I see this so much too, especially with that Ozempic look. It's like, man, all I did was lose weight.
Well, and tick.
And tick.
Yeah.
And be ugly and not go to the gym.
Weightlessness.
What are we eating today, love?
We're eating a taco from the
place.
Yeah. It's so bussin'.
Wait, is that the one that packages it nice?
Packages it nice.
No, that's the one with the shower caps on top of the plates.
This is the food truck one.
You're
Tacos
thinking about
Gavilan.
Gavilan, right?
Gavilana.
Let's pop this bad boy open here. Live reaction. What the hell?
There it is. Like a newborn baby.
To be clear on that story that you just told, AB.
That isn't. Show me the whole cross section there.
Yeah, let me get a little better.
This is the size of like a month, like let's say a premature newborn. It's slightly premature.
That's really good. No beans, extra meat.
Wow.
What were you asking, Dan?
Wasn't it just? It was just Ethan's footage.
No,
that got
it was
corrupted,
everyone's.
Right? Was it everybody?
It was everyone's. Yeah.
Wow.
It was the first time I've ever seen you make a mistake.
Oh, it was Dan's fault?
No, I think it was the computer or something. It didn't save.
Wow, Dan.
I don't.
That's an insane.
I remember the story
fuck-up,
a little
Dan.
bit differently, but I guess I'll take your word for it because you did do the work to fix it.
I mean, this is like a 5-year-old thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, go ahead and Asmongold. Maybe he has useful advice for me.
Be the truth, but that's the truth. I've never made fun of Ethan for that because I never would. Why would I make fun of something for
Loki
something
just-
that's involuntary?
No, I know what he means.
Roasted the
Yeah.
fuck out of him.
But I'm talking about this is telling people how things should be and then telling them, well, just go out there and deal with the consequences. That's great for you because now you can feel good and self-righteous. But they're the ones that have to deal with the hate and like the insults.
I mean, he cares so deeply about me. I think
and
that, I
all
feel
that
it.
stuff. Fuck that, man. No, I tell people the truth even if they don't want to hear it.
The problem with this statement is that I am my career is living proof that what you're saying is not true. You know what I mean? Like if this was someone who's never been on camera before, it'd be like crass. But at least it would make some sense. But the fact that I've been live podcast for 10 years
kind of undercuts it a little bit.
Yeah. I can't help it, man. I know people make fun of me for that, and it's just something I live with, It is what it is. I mean, you could easily... I don't want to be mean. I like Asmongold. I appreciate... I'm not saying like... I appreciate because he said something. He said this about me. He said he thought it was badass that I pulled up. He said I have big dick energy because I pulled up the reaction immediate or the content cop immediately and reacted to it live.
Wow.
And I was like, this guy gets it.
You wash your dick?
Yeah, I washed my dick. So anyway, I just thought that was pretty funny. I do have a message for Asmongold. I hope you watch my reaction to the content cop. I saw some bits of his review of the content cop, and I feel like he missed a lot of important context. So check out my response. And with that being said, Tourette's guy signing out. I appreciate it, though. I do.
I always thought Ethan was tweaking. I didn't know he had that shit. I know. And I try to be honest. I wish more people were honest.
Okay.
Again, I don't mind the honesty. I just am missing the point, I guess. He's saying be a VTuber.
Sure. Fair enough.
Just big tick energy, somebody said. That's funny. So that's it. Just a little laugh there. I don't get offended for me or upset. I really don't care. Things that people say about my Tourette's is the last thing that ever will offend me. It's like so low on things that I care about. Jake Doolittle animated? Oh shit. Oh
yeah, this was like kind of old. Well, not like old, but
4 days
I saw it was.
No.
It was posted 3 months ago, 4 months ago, or something. But it got posted to our subreddit recently.
This was posted 3 months ago. Yeah. Oh, it has a lot of views. 140,000. Let's see it. Jake Doolittle animated, blackmailing for charity. This, by the way, we're gonna watch this guy's video. Check out Saul. That's his channel. S-A-U-L. Saul. I'm gonna upload it too. Thanks.
So I guess just to get started, 2 to 3 years ago, I started a nonprofit, Never Stop. There has been no YouTuber who has ever inquired or donated any money to Never Stop. And throughout this video, I'm not going to name names, but I would like you to know that I am going to name names at some point, possibly next month or so, if my following up with these people amounts to nothing. So here's an example that happened literally last week. So this is somebody who I have spoken to, we have made content together, and we were following each other on social media. This person would comment on my stuff all of the time.
The dildo photo. You remember this? He was selling dildos or some shit.
Yeah, the double bladed.
The dual wielding. This guy's ready for a mean melee. Isn't this for catching like sword strikes?
I think we figured out what it was for, wasn't it?
Oh,
for
hold
the
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. I'll keep that up.
time and posted how much money they're making. I swiped up and was like, hey, that's a lot of money, or like, that's a lot of people supporting you. That's insane. Congratulations. Then the person responded to me and was like, thanks, you know, it's crazy. And this person said, hey, I've been trying to do good with my money. So if behind closed doors, you're going to flex to me and say that you're doing good with your money, fucking show up. So I said, hey, if you want to do good with your money, I would love to get on a call and talk with you about Never Stop. And this person unfollowed me and left me on red, which I think is hilarious because you can't post how much you're making. You can't say, hey, I'm trying to do good with my money.
Anyway, we've memed this to death, but this seems very funny. And I'll finish it at home. And I encourage you guys to go watch it at SAUL. Saul.
I am going to name names.
Jake Doolittle animated. That's fun. We love that, don't we, folks?
Good times.
Can 100 men beat one gorilla?
So this was a discussion through Twitter. The photo's just for reference, but
oh, it's not a yeah, okay. I mean, obviously 100 men would beat a gorilla.
No.
That's insane.
Okay, so I don't know, because there are two ways you could argue this. You could either do everybody is willing to go full out on
That's
this
the
gorilla.
premise. Yeah.
Are you
it
sure
doesn't,
that's
it doesn't
that's
count if they're
promise?
running.
But no, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, is everybody willing to sacrifice themselves to fight the gorilla? Or are we all going at
think
this?
so.
Or what if like one person does it and then they're like, oh my God, wait.
No, I don't. I think that doesn't work because the premise is like, what? It's like a gorilla versus 100 men, but they get scared and
But that's a
demoralized.
response that went viral. Someone was like, no, after the first guy gets like torn apart.
Well, so the whole
everybody's
premise,
gonna be
but
too
you're saying
scared.
the premise is unrealistic, but the premise is already unrealistic.
True.
No, I can think of a scenario where 100 people get trapped in some sort of room with a gorilla.
Like a Mr. Beast challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Beast might set that
Squid
up.
Game. Let's put a gorilla in there.
Presuming that they're all ready to fight, they're all ready to take this gorilla on, they would easily dismantle it. Now, could a gorilla beat 5 men? I think so. Could a gorilla beat 10 men? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a really, for 100, it's going to be a close match.
No shot.
I don't think, okay, so first of all, let's say everyone goes at it from different sides. 10 people can fight it at the time, otherwise it's going to be too crowded. And I think one hit from the gorilla can kill a man.
I don't know if it could kill a man, but it could definitely fuck him up.
Incapacitate him.
Knock him out,
Knock him out or whatever.
Yeah.
Or one bite.
Maybe the first, yeah.
Bite out the
But you're
jugular.
also underestimating the people. If you're fighting for your life, you're biting, you're scratching.
So I saw
You're putting your hand in eyeballs.
I saw a gorilla professional on TikTok talk about this, and he said, a person...
What is a gorilla professional?
Like a zoo person, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Why is that concept?
No, I
A
love
person who
It
knows,
just sounds like questionable credentials.
It sounds like the best credentials to me.
Right.
He said you cannot penetrate a gorilla skin. It's thick as fucking, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
The gorilla's going to get tired. 100 people is a lot. It's going to get tired. It's going to get overwhelmed.
That's the main argument. That
just dogpile.
humans are like long term. They have more energy because they have less muscles.
And there's 100 of them. They don't need to all stay like fully fresh. He could kill 20 of them, and there's still 80 more with full energy.
I think it depends on how brave the boys are.
That's
I
kind of
agree.
the quandrum. Yeah.
It depends how big they are too. We're talking about like, you know,
Well, like,
This might
logistically,
clear
what would
some
you
things
do?
up. This is some footage of a gorilla battling a man. And as we can see, the man gets rocket punched out into space.
Yeah, you know exactly what would happen to that monkey if he got falcon punched. Okay.
I mean, that's true, but he didn't.
I think that's fake, Dan.
No, that monkey.
I don't think that's real.
Archival footage.
It's real.
I don't think that's real, guys.
No.
Look at all the gorilla.
You're wrong, Nate.
Right.
It's from a documentary.
Nate, grow up.
I've never seen a gorilla with a tie. What are you talking about? It's not
Okay,
real.
well, you're not a gorilla
I don't know.
professional.
To me, the premise, like, you have to presume that they're like normal-sized people and that they're willing to fight. Otherwise, it's kind of stupid.
Mhm.
And in that premise, the men are winning 100 out of 100 times.
Well, so what would they do? They would try to hold the gorilla down. I feel like
How do you kill?
Like I said,
it's
biting,
too
scratching.
strong.
You guys don't understand when you're fighting for your life. You're putting fingers in the eyes. You're fucking you're in his mouth, ripping at his cheeks. You know what I mean? You're gonna find a way to damage this thing, and he's gonna get tired. he's eventually going to lose all the energy to fight, and he's just going to get overwhelmed.
True.
Also, if you want to do this whole thing of like, oh, well, are the men brave? Well, also, are they armed?
No.
Such a good question.
No arm.
Unarmed.
They have nothing.
One spear is all you need.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that changes everything, but it's fully hand-to-hand combat.
I think the men, even 50, you go down to 50, that's half. That's still a lot. I'm not sure if he could beat 50. Go down to 20, then you get into the universe of like, maybe he could take 20.
I think, so this is my thinking. I think the gorilla could kill a person in 2 seconds.
The first one.
Yeah.
Immediately, you know what I mean?
The first one.
One bite in the neck, bro.
Yeah, but
GG.
But again, he's gonna get tired, and his bites and his punches are gonna lose strength.
One tug of an arm, boom.
There's 100 people.
Can we look at a video of a gorilla right now? Just because they are so big.
Right.
Like,
no,
it'll surprise you how big and strong.
I'm respecting the gorilla. Trust me. I'm saying he might be able to beat 20 men. That's pretty serious.
That's fair. I don't want us to underestimate.
I've seen the video of the gorilla like grabbing the guy and dragging him like he's a fucking like empty bag.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that one.
I think it's in the jungle. I think it depends on where it is. Like, is it in the monkey's kind of domain?
Home field advantage.
Which obviously, if it's in the jungle and he can run around. Let's say it's like over a week. He can run around, kill one, boom.
Well, I think it's like Rambo.
We're thinking too.
It's literally like Rambo.
No, you're stretching this premise.
I think it's neutral ground to fight the gorilla.
The premise is like
a white box.
It's 100 dudes throwing down against a gorilla. That's it. Deathmatch. Boom.
I think in a situation like that, the gorilla's killer instinct would activate.
Would take over.
Maybe
Doesn't matter.
Get tired.
That killer instinct
Or
can only
exhausted.
do so much. And by the way, humans have killer instincts too. You've never been in a fight for your life.
They're more likely to be scared, though, I think.
No, these guys don't get scared. They're there to fight.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these types of scenarios online. It's like Ethan's saying, all out, just to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Going for it.
Yeah.
Is it just in a white box, like a sandbox kind of vibe?
Just
They usually
big
do these
space, big
out in the
open space.
field. Yeah.
Like what we see here. Just a big open space. No trees around or vines or some shit.
You know, I'm leaning towards the gorilla still.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's actually insane. There's
many-
no shot. There's
How
literally
many
no shot.
Bradley Martins do you think could beat a gorilla?
That's what I was thinking too. Like, what these men.
They gotta be
Bradley's a big
average.
dude.
Average.
Yeah,
Average human versus average gorilla.
I think it's insane that you think a gorilla could beat 100 men
Yeah, I
in a
think-
melee.
I'm giving it to men.
I love that fucking game.
This right here says 100 man melee versus Donkey Kong. Is Donkey Kong versus 100 individuals.
Wow.
It looks like he's kind of handling it.
Wow, look at that. He's still taking some damage, 7%.
7%. Yeah, a little chip damage.
Let's see what happens, though. 100's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Even when you, like I said, 50, which is half that many. Impressive math, I know.
But like, look at this. Look at this up attack. I mean, they're gone.
I'm not sure a gorilla could beat 50, you know?
I don't think this is real.
Oh, really?
Nate.
This looks fake.
This one looks fake, actually. It's low quality.
He's at 34% already.
And what's all these numbers?
That's their health.
Fake, guys.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Like he's through what looks like 50, and he's at 34% now.
Why is it gorilla in the
43%.
void? What situations is gorilla in?
It was neutral ground. You were saying that it would only be fair if they no home team advantage, you know?
Who put him in the void?
The master hand, dude.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
real then.
All right.
I think this monkey's gonna do it though in this case.
Look at the video.
Do a
Olivia
poll.
said.
I mean, do a poll.
We did.
I think it,
There is a poll.
I think it's mad.
67% agree with you. The
So-
full third of our audience does not think.
I know you
They could
want
take down
the
the
gorilla
gorilla.
to win because you want to be a contrarian and you want to be cool. Like, oh yeah, no, I believe in the gorilla. But guys, at a certain point, he's just not going to win. I'm not discounting the gorilla's strength and prowess. Okay.
Let's look at the video Olivia sent.
Check this out.
I think it's damning.
Gorilla's
think it's
punch
damning as
has
well.
1,300 to 2,700 pounds of force. It's enough to shatter a human skull
One
in
punch.
one hit.
His first
He could just
punch.
Go like this.
His
in
first
a circle
punch.
She's
with
right.
his fist,
You
and
can
then
do some
take
sort
out
of like
10 guys.
Well, that's not a
helicopter attack.
That's not a. First of all, that's not a kill shot, and second of all, that we're talking about
It
the
is,
first
though.
punch. After 100 punches, after 50 punches, this monkey is going to be tired as
Look
fuck.
at that video I sent. The gorilla is so big it looks like a monster.
You got to remember the monkey or the gorilla doesn't need to kill the being.
That is huge compared to the people.
I don't care if he kills them, just defeat him.
Yeah.
I don't think
Like
so.
he can tug out and break one arm.
By the way, he's big, but like you could get 3 people on his back.
He'd kill him
And
all
he-
three.
But yeah, but he's surrounded by 100 people. He would get so tired out. He'd have to be fighting people. He'd have to be grabbing at his back. He'd have to be grabbing at his feet.
Baby steps.
I'm not
People,
convinced.
you would have fingers in his ears.
He would.
Right? Like he has vulnerable spots.
Yeah.
Fingers
I
in the
just
eyes.
believe in him.
You. By the way, you could the fifth guy could fuck up his vision where he couldn't even see
No.
if
You
they
can't- you
claw his
can't do
eye.
that. They'll just close it. I don't think you can penetrate the eye.
And the eyelash?
I don't think so. These monsters, they fight each other.
100 guys, you're not serious.
No,
100 men.
Listen, I'm serious, and I think it's a fair fight. That's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who wins.
Okay, how about 200 men?
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's where we're drawing the line at 200. Okay.
Agreed.
Here, one
How
last
about
piece of
105?
105?
Same. I don't know.
110.
It's a good
I don't
fight.
know.
120.
It's a good fight.
I say
That's what I'm saying. You got
at 150. I'd be like, the men win. Before
I think,
that,
150
fair fight.
is also my threshold.
That's the threshold.
You
So
are
they just
really,
set it a little too low for the thought experiment.
Yeah, it should have been 133. I would have thought about it more.
Here's one last piece of evidence. Here's archival footage of a gorilla punching through a mountain.
Oh, I saw this on the news. This is real.
Oh shit.
That's not real.
Does he get
That's
Look at that.
real.
He's ripping rocks out, bro.
That is pretty strong, actually.
So there you go. I
Brave
don't know.
gorilla.
He's very brave. He's very brave.
Oh, is that the Switch 2 preview? That looks fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tunneling
Yeah.
underground with brute strength sounds sick.
It sounds pretty fun.
Hell yeah. Anyway, okay, well, this isn't exactly the most pertinent argument.
Mm-hmm. I think it is.
What do you think ChatGPT would say about that?
We seem to be at an impasse.
Oh, we should ask ChatGPT.
I think ChatGPT would say 100 men would win.
That's a really
Can
hard
100
question.
I think
Let
maybe
me
ChatGPT
phrase
say
it
no.
in a fair way. I'll type.
Okay, you do it.
Read it out loud, though. so we know.
100 men want to fight one gorilla. The premise is this. It's in an open field.
Good.
Everyone is willing to fight to the death.
Right.
Yep.
Actually, no.
What?
Yes.
You think the free will is it has to be incorporated?
I think.
How about is willing to fight? Everyone's willing to fight.
See, this is. Okay, so I came into this argument. I've been thinking about it a lot over the weekend, quite frankly. Randomly picked humans.
That's not the question, bro. You're moving the goalpost.
No, this is how I thought about it the whole weekend in my own brain.
But okay.
100 random people, not random in a physical sense, well, random physically, but also random mentally. Some will be absolute barbarians.
Listen,
fight
dude.
till death.
If the question is, do you take 100 men in a realistic situation somehow where 100 men got in an empty field with a gorilla, the gorilla would win because all the men would run.
No, it's like a
they
predator.
would run.
It's a
But that's
predator
what
type
that
situation.
conversation is completely uninteresting.
It's a predator. Like imagine the aliens.
They would
come
run,
and
yeah.
They plop them.
I wouldn't want to fight a gorilla. Why would you? Why would even? What's their motivation to fight the gorilla to begin with?
Because they'll die. They'll die.
He's gonna hunt down 100 of them.
Well, I think so.
How about this? Can I pretend we're at Squid Game and they are stuck in that room and they release a gorilla? All of those people, their circumstances, the reason why they are there is because
Yeah.
they want money. So like, it's not they're not like strong.
There's a lot of young, old people
Right.
in that one. So I mean, like, this is just a different premise.
It's
a completely different premise.
In my brain, I took it
100
as
men.
Predator 2, where they're on the planet and they're being hunted.
Yeah, there's like 5 of them.
Well, now there's 100 against a gorilla.
There's like 5 of them, and they're being hunted in like a tiny complex where the aliens can like crawl around and sneak up.
That's kind of how I'm thinking. About 100
Open field.
people.
I like open field, like Hunger Games.
Yeah. And also, so you don't want to say everyone's willing to fight to the death. What do you want to say? Everyone's willing to fight. You have to at least say that. Otherwise, yeah, everyone's going to run.
100 people, an average 100 normal. What would it? What's the wording? Like
100 men
grand-
of average size.
Yeah, and mentality.
Okay.
Versus an average silverback gorilla.
Okay.
One.
This is not
one
what podcasts are.
Okay, you know what? This is interesting. One average
Horrible.
silverback. Silverback. Okay, so I have 100 average men want to fight one average silverback gorilla. The premise is this. It's an open field.
Yes.
Everyone is willing to fight. Not to the death. I mean, it's a death match. Everyone's willing to
I feel
fight
like
to the
it's
death.
inherent that in the premise of the question that it's a fight to the death.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't have to write it.
I don't know if ChatGPT knows that that's inherent.
See, I don't know how.
Okay,
I'm kind
here,
of having fun with it.
Listen up, guys.
Yeah.
In this scenario, 100 men versus one average men versus one average silverback gorilla in an open field, all willing to fight to the death, the men would almost certainly win, but at extreme cost, obviously, right? Here's the breakdown. The silverback gorilla stats weighs between 350 and 450 pounds. The strength is 4 to 9 times that of an average adult human. Bite force is 1,300 psi, comparable to a tiger. It's extremely fast and agile. Natural weapons is the massive teeth, thick skin, tremendous upper body strength.
Right.
Average man, 170 to 200 pounds. No claws, no fangs, much slower reaction time compared to a gorilla. No natural weapons unless somehow improvising. Let's assume, though, they just have bare hands and teeth. Realistically, silverback could easily kill a man with one strike, crushing a skull, breaking ribs, or tearing limbs.
Right.
It would kill dozens before being overwhelmed. The first wave of men rushing in would die horrifically, literally smashed, bitten, torn apart. However, with sheer numbers, eventually enough men could pile onto it, grappling it, holding its limbs, dogpiling. Even then, the gorilla would kill or maim a huge number of them before it suffocated under the weight or was physically restrained and beaten to death. Casualties, probably 50 to 70 dead or gravely wounded.
Wow.
Whoa. So, I mean...
Victory, yes, the men would ultimately kill the gorilla, but it would be absolute carnage. That was a really great breakdown.
That was really well done.
That was awesome.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's say 70 men die. Then I think we're at that border where it's like, okay, there might as well have been 30 people more dead. You know what
was
I mean?
it worth it?
I agree.
That's 100 men versus a gorilla.
It sounds like it's close.
I think it depends on who's leading this charge. Do we get a Commander Irwin speech ahead of time?
No.
That gorilla's fucked.
Dude, what do you mean? That's a third of the population left. That's a significant... It's not like 1 or 2 guys is left. That's 30 people.
Yeah, but still, I
The
mean...
premise is 100 men versus a
100
gorilla.
to 1, you wouldn't expect that level of casualties. I mean, that
It is
seems
higher
like-
than I expected, but
Yeah.
I think it might be overestimating as well.
I don't think so.
But even in this situation where they're like, I'm going to give the gorilla as much grace as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not.
The men still win.
I don't want to bore people, but
It's too late for that,
Oh
love.
yeah. So I'm just gonna go for
Horrible.
it. But I genuinely do think
This isn't what podcasting is, bro.
I do genuinely think the question. I think people would get scared. Like I think that should be in the
That doesn't
premise.
factor
I know.
in.
I know. That's just my personal.
If the
opinion. I
people
know.
are getting scared, then the gorilla wins.
It's just like Squid Games. If there's a team game, some people are gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm fighting," and then some like cunning, smart people is like, "I'm gonna let these
If
people
there's
go
100
before."
average men in a room, and then someone was like, "Here's the gorilla. You have to kill it if you
Yeah.
want to get out."
Yeah.
The men would win.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys what I would have done if I was in that box.
Yeah.
I would have stood back. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
me too.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have let the other men run in first. I would have just avoided the gorilla.
I simply would fight the gorilla one-on-one and win.
I would say we
Yeah.
can't have this debate because we can't settle on the premise.
We have to take out the silliness, okay? The men don't get scared, then it breaks the whole premise.
Then I don't want to play.
But then I can see, like, if it's just normal guys and they're running out of fear, yeah. Of course, if you got 100 guys and, like, you see the first 3 or 13 just get absolutely mammed, yeah, no one's going to want to fight that gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
I think the gorilla would be scared of me. I think I'll scare him and he'll back down.
That's how I feel too, Nate. I feel like I could easily win this.
Well,
Yeah, it's easy.
have we
I would
considered-
simply use the gorilla's weight against it.
Have we considered Chuck Norris versus the gorilla?
See, they have these simulators, like 100 Chuck Norrises versus Thanos or whatever. But in all these scenarios, it's always the men going.
All right, we
all
got to
out.
get out of this, guys. We're going way too deep. We got to get out of the gorilla combo. Exactly. Thank you. We've laid the groundwork. The rest is up to you guys.
Just know I would have stood my ground harder if it wasn't such a boring conversation.
I got that.
I don't want to
feeling.
bore you guys.
No, I
Okay?
got the feeling
Yeah.
you were immovable on that
Yeah.
one. Despite ChatGPT overwhelmingly siding with me.
Let me write that question next time.
I told you exactly how it was written.
I'm kidding. Let's move on.
Mhm. Yours is like 100 men who are like weak and scared losers.
Never getting out of this.
Yes. Average man, weak and scared.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good point.
That's deep. All right, listen. We're gonna enter the war zone next. I'm gonna talk about Frogan's response. I've been very excited to do this. I'm gonna watch the whole thing. First, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and when we come back, we're gonna jump right in.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Frogan is the fucking Antichrist.
What?
Whoa! Wait, what?
Hasan? Why would you say that? I thought you were on her side.
Straight up, you're fucking gross.
He said, what did he say about her?
Like, give me a fucking break, dude. Frogan is the fucking Antichrist.
He's so vulgar. Maybe less F words. All right.
Yeah, you're really concerned about that?
Antichrist.
Yeah. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go away. We're just turning up.
Just out of curiosity, who added that?
I didn't. I was pleasantly surprised when
I added it.
Oh, Nate added. Yeah.
You know, I was I've been thinking about this to great.
It was a
length.
viral moment. I feel like we needed to.
I'm happy you guys
We need to
enjoyed
weigh
it.
in.
I was happy for you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You don't like it?
What's wrong?
Okay, well,
What? What's wrong with you, AB?
no, everyone's gonna enjoy the war song. That's what's coming up.
Yeah,
next.
he was just eager to talk about Frogan.
That's what-
he
that's
didn't
what
want to
AB
talk about
wants.
boring stuff like gorillas versus
It was
humans.
so bad. I was willing to be put in an awkward fucking situation that I'm about to be put in. No, I'm kidding. No, it wasn't bad. I just think we needed to decide on a premise before having the debate.
That's what we were trying to do.
I think it was a
Wrong.
fun combo.
I think
If
some
Olivia liked
people
it, then I
were
liked it. Fuck
yeah.
you
overcomplicating
guys.
the
But if
premise.
Olivia liked it, then I'm in.
Thank you. As a brother.
Somebody asked, did the 100 men have Tourette's? If so,
So-
could they just beat the gorillas with their ding-dongs? I don't think so.
Some would. It's average.
Right, I guess the same
Maybe
sample
one.
sizes.
Statistically, how many people have
population.
Tourette's?
Right, I got you.
Maybe 1%.
I got you. 100 Steinies versus one gorilla? Not happening.
Yeah.
Not happening. Bees have learned to swarm any mega wasp that invades them, and it raises their core temperature until they cook it alive. Men could do that. I like how you're thinking, Lauren.
Wow.
I like how you're thinking, for sure. I would fight a gorilla with 99 other men, and we won. Oh, I fought, past tense. Oh, this person has personal experience.
There you go.
Some will win, some will lose. For every time you win, 3 groups are gonna lose.
Would 100 Ethans win against one gorilla? No. No. Amphiminox says, I'm a primatologist. Love is wrong. The 100 men would win. This is a gorilla expert.
We got fucking Jane Goodall in our chat.
They
Whoa.
knew the name of it. So, I mean, that is compelling.
That is pretty compelling, actually.
That is compelling. Wagstag said, Happy Monday. Today is my 26th birthday and also opening day of the show I direct. Oh, congrats. I just want to say love you all and thanks for entertaining me on my drive home.
Oh my god, congratulations.
Congrats.
Congrats.
What
Hope it
play?
goes well.
What show?
Let's see. Mike Tyson offered to fight one and no gorilla stepped up to the challenge. I see. He offered to fight a gorilla. I don't think they're as tough as you're making them out to be. Interesting. Yeah, I think Tyson could probably do it. Prime Tyson, though, obviously.
Not because you're a piece of shit.
This person, Alex the Fiction, said, I have a PhD in gorilla. The gorilla will lose. Oh, we're getting conflicting reports from the experts. Oh, wait, no, they're
Interesting.
agreeing with the other person, too.
No, the group. Oh yeah, they are.
Oh,
Fuck.
yeah.
They
just worded it the other way.
Somehow you worded that question weird.
Yeah.
Didn't get it.
One gorilla versus 100 Jimmy Lees. Who would win?
Hopefully the gorilla.
Very good. Why is Ethan wearing a suit? So that he can keep his cool. This is the only way. He gets into character as like a calm, cool, rational guy when he's in the suit. Here's a donation from somebody that says, you're an inspirational king. Oh, it's from Ela Klein.
Oh, yeah.
Giving a $10 donation.
This isn't a donation, but Zach in chat says, Michael Jackson fought Harambe in 1999 and they tied.
Wow.
I don't know if that helps at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Nate and crew, please talk about Claire Obscure.
Yes,
Need some
please.
validation, please. Thank you. Yeah, I tried it out this weekend, and I'm really liking it a lot. It's
Oh,
very-
is that the game you're telling me about?
Yeah, Expedition 33. Go buy it. It's amazing.
Can I play it on Steam Deck?
Yes.
I think so.
Is
Yeah.
it on Steam Deck?
I don't know. I'm playing it
I
on
love
PlayStation.
that fucking game.
Just
But
buy it
yeah.
on PlayStation.
Although it is a story game, Ethan, but
I don't like that.
the gameplay is
Well,
really
how does it
fun.
compare
Though.
to like Baldur's Gate? Because I like that game.
I would say it's similar to Baldur's Gate in
turn-based.
terms of.
The thing I liked about Baldur's Gate is that like you could quickly skip all the dialogue.
It's a mix in this one. Some of it is skippable. Some of it is like cutscene stuff. I would say it's similar to the God of War games, actually, the recent God of War games.
Yeah, I really like that one.
I think you'd probably dig it then. Give
The
it a
story's-
shot. Give it a shot.
The story's really good, anyways. It's
Yeah,
something I would
it's
skip.
yeah, you know, maybe you'll even like it.
Look at us. We got the same sody.
Cheers, my dude.
Cheers, brother.
Diet Zero
Cheers, my
root beer is like my new problem.
It's really, it's good. It's fucking good.
This one is with cream soda.
I still haven't tried one. Is that the Dr. Pepper?
Oh wait, this is Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's Dr.
Oh,
Pepper.
shit,
That
I
one's
was saying,
good.
what's this one?
It's pretty good. If it was just cream soda, I think I'd like it better.
I'm fully convinced with the Dr. Pepper. The berry, the cream soda strawberry, and this one is so fucking good.
I really just like the the regular diet Dr. Pepper is like premium SSSS.
It's good.
That's my next favorite besides the root beer.
I'm sorry, someone in chat said one Michael Jackson versus 100 allegations.
I mean, isn't that kind of
He
what
did that.
happened? And he won in the end. Well, he won, but
He won.
I guess
Two
ultimately
lawsuits, yeah.
that's just real life. That's just a description of like the 90s or whatever that happened.
Is that somebody to actual Michael Jackson or is somebody doing an impression?
It's no, it's him. It's him doing it. But
That's crazy.
I put it backwards.
Oh, that's backward.
Yeah, I think it sounds better.
It sounds like
Play
he's saying
forward.
what? Oh.
They both sound pretty unreal. All right, so let's get into Frogan's the frogs. All these frogs are causing me a whole pain in the ass. I'll tell you what, man. I never want to see or talk about a frog again.
Froggy never did anything wrong. Froggy! Froggy!
That's just that's true for Lena's opponent.
Yeah,
gotta
funky
find
frog
Froggy.
bait is the good frog.
Yeah.
The frog kid.
This shit cracks me up.
So, Frogan put out a response video to my.
God! Frogan!
What is this in response to?
It's in response to my response to Content Cop.
Okay.
So she participated in an attack video against me, and now she's responding to me defending myself against this unhinged attack video.
I mean, your response was primarily to Ian.
Absolutely, it was.
Okay.
I believe we barely even mentioned her.
I mean, certainly she was mentioned in the beginning when she was, yeah, but.
I was kind of trying to be nice. I was like, she's too dumb to even get mad at.
Yeah, not everybody would interpret that as being nice.
Sure. I mean, there's
calling someone
something
dumb.
unpacked there. I said, I did story. I said, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I think you might be the dumbest person alive.
See, that doesn't. Like, I could see how somebody was maybe not seeing that as,
I think
as being
listen,
nice.
if she took that the wrong way, that's on her.
this is like what Asmongold was
I'm
saying
like
about you.
Asmongold. I just think people need to be honest. This is not looking too good, but
I hope you get PTSD.
I mean, this is Frogan. Everybody loves this dogging on her, so I won't look too much into it.
The new cope is that the dislike extension isn't accurate, which is true to an extent.
I think it's pretty much accurate because I've
accurate
seen it against my
enough.
own videos where you can actually see the.
Yeah, I've done
dislike.
comparisons on our channel. Granted, our sample size would just be our audience, so it would be the same set of people that have the extension. The way it supposedly works is it takes everybody who has that extension that shows the dislikes and multiplies that by how many views it has to kind of extrapolate. And so it's not going to be perfect, but yeah, at least on the podcast channel, what it shows on the extension is pretty close to what it actually
it's
is.
like
close
plus-
enough.
Even like within 10%, I think
Something like that.
So anywho, and I mean, at this point, everybody has this extension. I feel like it's got to be extraordinarily popular. So, so this is her response to my response. She says it's an overdue response. She wants you to subscribe to her podcast, Idubbbz. And the comments are pretty. Saying Ian approached this content cop with empathy is so delusional. Okay, so yeah, let's just watch it. So here it is.
It's Frogan, and this is the first time I'm ever making a solo YouTube.
By the way, I know I'm already pausing it. And before before her and Hasan and all of the company are accusing me of harassing her for responding to her fucking video about me. Just a reminder to everybody, every single one of you, that I've only ever responded to Frogan. This all started when I silently, peacefully unfollowed her on Twitter.
Did you see the meme of you as Matthew McConaughey trying to warn yourself not to unfollow Frogan?
Yeah, that was funny.
No!
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. What was I saying? Yeah, so before they accused me of harassing her, I've only ever unfollowed her quietly, and she started calling me Islamophobic, saying I hate Arab people as a result of that. And, obviously I had something to say about that, right? Especially since Hasan was my good friend, and I didn't want to see like his moderators, like clearly he wouldn't co-sign something like that insane, right? Spoiler alert, he does.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyway, here's her response.
Everything that has happened the last year and a half. I address everything on my podcast, Idubbbz, which you can find the link below, but today it's just going to be you and I. I think the content cop was great. I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does. He approached it with empathy, and, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan.
So, first of all, just on face value, really? This is a pathetically insane take. And it's just part of this continued gaslight campaign to make it feel like I'm imagining anti-Semitism. I'm imagining people coming after me and my family. And this is part of it. She's like, don't you realize we were being nice to you? It's like, am I crazy? Yes, you are crazy. But this ignores the empirical fact that she and everyone else is ignoring, which is that Dr. Kirk said explicitly on video, which I can pull up, that Ian's initial first draft was him changing my grade. And when he said he wouldn't change my grade, he had to scramble to make a new ending, which is when he reached out to everyone to say something nice about me. This was not his intention setting out making this video. It was literally a plan B because Dr. Kirk fucked him. That's the truth. And it's on video. So this whole gaslighting thing of like, oh, we were being nice is completely a fucking lie. A knowingly lie, frankly, because they weren't setting out to be nice. And Dr. Kirk, God bless him, basically proved that to us. I'll pull that clip up if somebody can find it.
One of the main things, especially as content creators, people tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living normal people just like you. So obviously.
Okay.
I forgot.
Thanks for the reminder. I just think like a lot of times she does this where she's like, listen, I get it. Ethan gets it. And I'm like, you're not really a content creator. Like, I mean, you are, but you're you kind of are. Like, barely. Her career, her career is an analogy would be an iron lung. Her career is in an iron lung. That's how much life assistance she needs. Yeah.
I don't think it's a good analogy.
It's that bad. It's not even life support. It's an iron lung.
With so much pressure on the internet, both on myself, and I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too. It's fucking hell. It's hard to manage.
You can't relate. Again, what I experience and what you experience, I know you want to think of yourself as the victim and everything. You don't relate to me. I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have a single idea what I'm going through. And clearly that's true by you coming out here and trying to literally gaslight and crazy make me, pretending that you guys did this to be nice. What a joke.
It's hard to deal with. So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and in a softer way, and wanted to generate empathy for Ethan.
That's
Other people don't
that's
do that.
insane. That is insane. Do I really need to play the beginning of that content cop again? It's basically you guys flipping me off, telling me to wake up. And I mean, he told me, Frogan, that this is not what podcasting is. Okay. That one hurt bad coming from Ian.
This is not what podcasts are.
Ian, the king of podcasting.
It's horrible.
Yeah. And once again, the original premise was not to be nice.
That. And I've even said this before. I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators.
This is just so pathetic. This whole, he's trying to platform pro-Palestinian creators. Deplatform. Just because you're pro-Palestine doesn't mean you're infallible, okay? It doesn't mean that you're beyond criticism. I know you want it to feel that way so that you can say shit like Hamas is fucking doing awesome revolutionary acts by slaughtering civilians, and that you don't want to be held accountable for saying insane shit like that. But guess what? That's not how the world works. Despite your fantasizing so badly that you need to be the victim of every situation, it's just not the case. I mean, this is all very obvious. I mean, isn't that just like apparent? Like, who fucking thinks that? Just because, you know, this guy who he marched with Martin Luther King, and he killed someone, and you're trying to put him in jail. I'm just an analogy. That's just made up.
This is a better analogy than the Iron Man or the Iron Lung one.
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take it. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, you did something good, therefore you're trying to hold me responsible for something completely unrelated. Shut up. Zero accountability. Holy shit.
I think it's insane to involve his children and anybody else that really doesn't deserve the criticism. I think Kayla deserves the criticism as well, too.
So what I'll say to her credit is I don't believe that I've seen, maybe you guys will prove me wrong, that she's ever done this, Ethan's kids are eating shit and all this stuff. And she says people shouldn't come after my kids, which, by the way, is...
Yeah, I've never seen... That was like that was Denham's primarily, and like people around her.
Yeah. So to her credit, she never did do that, and I think that's a good thing, right? That's better than Denham's, who's just like a vile, heartless freak.
Yeah, I don't think she participated.
So that's good. I mean,
ever seen.
To her credit, that's true.
She says some batshit crazy things on the podcast as well.
By the way, she goes, Ethan needs to be criticized for being pro-Israel, and also Hila said batshit crazy stuff. Okay, well, clearly you're going to have evidence to support that, right?
And I've said this, and I'll say it again. If you're spewing pro-Israel propaganda, I'm going to call you out about it. I received a text.
Okay, well, if you're calling people out, get ready for them to respond. Like, it's not brave of you to be like, I'm calling you out because I disagree. And then when they respond to you, you go, I'm being bullied and harassed. It's insane. It's cry bully behavior, which is my criticism of you from the beginning. Just cry bully behavior. And she's being enabled by people like Hasan, who are like, people only criticize her because she's a hijabi. And it's like, dude, this is not helping anybody. Here's the clip. Thank you.
We found it? Nice.
So he pretty quickly apologized.
If I had known that the whole video was concluding on me changing the grade, I still would have refused to change my grade, but I would have done it in a much more careful way, because I thought that he was just experimenting with different elements of the content cop video. I thought I was going to be one of hundreds of possible things that he would put in, and I thought since I didn't change the grade, I wouldn't even make it in the video. And I asked him about it actually today, and he said that he thought I was going to change the grade, and that when I didn't change the grade, he had to completely rewrite the ending, the epilogue.
That sounds pretty genuine, guys. That sounds like a really genuine effort to make me, to make people sympathetic with me. Like you're lying. You're a liar.
Okay, but to be fair to Frogan, she may not have been on the loop in all of that.
Personally, I wouldn't even I wouldn't agree because she was there from the inception, and all of them got this like half-assed phone call.
How do you know?
I'm explaining.
Okay.
Well, she was there when they were doing the dancing bullshit, which I'm assuming was like during the making of.
Sure, I just don't know though.
Well, so the reason I think she knows is because everybody got this half-assed call, like probably 2 or 3 days before he posted the video, or maybe even less, being like, "Can you say something nice for Ethan?"
Because they shot them individually instead of when they were all together. That's the rationale. I'm supporting.
Why?
You here.
Why? It's like, yeah, no. Why are you asking last minute to say something nice? Like you didn't know that I was even part of it until like 2 days before. You can't like make this grand claim that it was meant to make people sympathetic for me when like it's bullshit. It's just a lie. Does that make sense? You seem confused.
No, I agree that I think that Ian scrambled and that was never his intention, and that's bullshit. I'm just questioning the level of Frogan's involvement in the making this video beyond doing the Fortnite dance and then sending that video. I don't think she was like on the ground floor planning it with them.
I don't think she was writing it, but I don't think she believes this because like up until 2 days before, she thought this was just like an epic takedown. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, by the way, can you send something nice?
I guess I get what you're saying.
And by the way, Hasan's not going to appear in it. And by the way, Shonda Black the next day after is going to be like, I didn't know I could say no.
Right, yeah. Right.
Ethan, wake up.
Bro, why are you there? Why?
To that hour-long content cop video, and he had to and maybe influenced to make it more positive, and then he reached out to all those content providers for them to all say something nice in light of what I had done.
Yeah, pretty fucked up, huh, Dr. Kirk? Yeah, it's pretty insane. I feel bad for him. He's the one that got fucked the most in this, it seems like. Anywho, so yeah, that's my take on that whole ridiculous narrative. Thank you guys for being so nice. You guys were so sympathetic. Everybody watched that and felt bad for me. All the people that hate me watched that and were like, we need to give Ethan a second chance.
In a weird roundabout way.
It did. That's what happened. It is what happened, but not the way they intended.
Right. It's
horrible.
There's something interesting there.
There is, yeah, that is interesting. That is what happened. A lot of.
Yeah. People did have empathy
they didn't
for
feel
you, but
bad.
they felt bad for you because an old friend was like
they hated
doing this
that.
like blatant betrayal rather than the intended reason. But
so interesting.
Same end result though.
It's horrible.
Asking to say something nice about Ethan, and to be honest, I thought about it long and hard because I was like, this man.
And then she goes, when I first was asked about it, I was like, I don't fucking want to say anything nice about this guy. It's like, okay.
Well, I can understand that from her point of view.
Okay, but then like, don't be like, we were trying to be nice. It's like, no, you weren't. You hate me, and just say it. Don't do this. I hate how they like pretend to be these good people, altruistic. It's bullshit. Just fucking say what you actually believe. It's pathetic. These people don't know how to be honest.
Deserve anything nice from me, but I said, you know what?
I don't want anything nice from you.
Maybe it'll give me some closure. So I wrote a letter to Ethan and I read it off, and Idubbbz put it in the video, and this was Ethan's reaction to the video.
I bet you would.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports for good that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
Listen,
Thank
Frogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her. Like, I think it's funny that she put this in because, I mean, it's kind of funny. You know?
Well, she's putting it in to show that you were not nice while she was being nice.
Yeah, she was being so nice.
Right, I get it. I get it.
But I think she's thinking it makes me look crazy, but I think it doesn't. I don't know. It's kind of a good point, honestly.
And it almost felt like the nicest one of them all.
I think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually. So I
think
don't
we're
want
being
to-
nice, too, by the same
whatever.
token.
Just, Frogan, just chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot, and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
She's also by far the smallest creator of the bunch.
Right.
I mean, is it even like cool that he included her? Like, she's just gonna get more shit for being
It's
involved.
not. It's not cool.
And,
on
like,
his
it's
behalf.
not- it's
he
total-
knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh.
I feel like that clip wasn't bad. It feels like we were being genuine, and well, anyway, she didn't see it that way.
Well,
And like,
on his
it's
behalf.
not. It's
he
total-
knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf, and he's acting like
tone deaf. Does she know? I don't know if she knows what that means. What was tone deaf about it? What was the tone I was deaf to? Ah, there it is. There it is. That's the tone.
half of his content nuke wasn't about me.
Okay, this part is
And
bananas.
he's acting like half of his content nuke wasn't about me.
I know you think this song is about you. It was 10 minutes of an hour and 40-minute long video. Girl, you interpreted that as half? That just shows kind of where your head's at. Like, holy smokes. I talked about you for 10 minutes. Yeah, and by the way, I thought it was integral to the story. I think it was very well. Your whole Arab tier list was a big piece of the puzzle in this whole tapestry of bullshit, right? So yeah, of course I'm going to talk about you, but only for 10 minutes, not half. That's fucking silly. It's actually silly. It's actually insane to claim that.
Half of the content nuke, the entire ending half, was about
That
me.
is insane.
So if I'm so
The entire half was about me.
I hope you get PTSD.
You know, if that was true, I'd think that she was right. I'd be like, yeah, that's overkill. Why are you talking about Frogan so much? Whoops, wrong channel. Let's take a look here at the, I forget even what's my old channel's URL.
Who fucking who?
Dude, YouTube is so fucked. Look how far down I have to go to find the content nuke. Why is it like this far, really?
It wasn't on the top. Oh, I see.
Showing Ethan joins a 90s band?
Well, those are banger videos.
It is a banger video, yeah. All right, let's take a look. So she says the back half is all about her. So let's see, where do I first mention her? Frogan. Let me use a mouse.
I'll look too.
Yeah.
This is gonna.
I think I'll. Here she is. Here she is. So this is when she first comes up, I think. Talk about Dan being a creep. First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch, and you get caught with the fucking. You get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice, bro. Come on, dude. You got wife, man. Got daughters. We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro. It's also a little bit disturbing considering, you know, he's these people's bosses. Okay? All right, so he's incompetent. He's a creep. He's protecting terrorist propagandists. So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one of Hasan's Can it be that people don't like you because you say shit like that? You know? That could be one of the reasons that doesn't have to do with the fact that you're wearing a hijab.
So this is at 116 what?
This is 116.39.
Okay, so I'm looking to see when it stops.
You
She's
bring her
leading
up
great disc
briefly at 26 minutes as well.
It looks like the tier list stuff ends
So I talk about the
around 128.
By the way, the tier list thing isn't really all about her either. It's about the tier list, right?
Right, yeah.
And then here we're talking about her podcast, which again, they just kind of shockingly dumb shit they say.
It looks like it's about 12 minutes, this segment.
12 minutes?
I would say. So a little more than the 10 you said, Ethan.
But that's even being generous because I'm not even talking about her now. like when I'm
Sure,
doing
but
and Ben
it's a
Shapiro's
topic
wife
that directly
were
involves her.
born
I think it's
in
fair
Israel,
to say,
which would make them Sabras. So
at least
love-
somewhat part of about her. So yeah, 12 minutes out of
Okay,
out
12
of the video.
minutes, yeah,
There
at
you
about an hour and 42 minutes.
Right.
That's half, I guess. That pretty much maths out.
Horrible.
How could I? She's saying I talked about her for 80 minutes. No, I overshot that.
What are you trying to
She
say?
said I talked about her for 45 minutes. About.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's a lot longer than I did.
So irrelevant and so uncool to include. Why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
Like Hasan could, bro.
Relevant and so uncool to include. Why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
Like, because. What's her point? Hold on, let me go back.
Half of his content nuke
She's saying
wasn't about me.
if you're so relevant, because in that clip
Half
she just
of the
reacted to.
content nuke, the entire ending half was about me. So if I'm so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
That would be a good point if she was right.
The premise wasn't a complete lie. 12 minutes, and most of it wasn't directly about you. So like, what are you talking about, lady? You're delusional. Yeah, it would have been 50 minutes of me talking about her if what she said was correct. But also, just because I think you're irrelevant doesn't mean you don't belong in the video. You are irrelevant. You're propped up by a bunch of ridiculous forces on Twitch and people, despite you being essentially can only be described as talentless, and you've been doing it now for years. Constantly rising, starring it. And I think that's definitely noteworthy, don't you?
I think you're giving her the fuel to succeed. You're giving her the motivation right now.
Good.
There you go.
I hope that I hope she harnesses it for good.
It's a fire in her heart.
And not another Ethan response video. She'll do it again. She's going to do it again. Ethan response to my response to my response to Ethan's response to me complimenting Hamas.
The symbiotic
Didn't handle it,
relationship.
but yeah. Take go with God. Take it, please.
Frogan is the fucking Antichrist.
Easy.
I wouldn't go that far. That's way too far, Hasan. I thought you liked her. Well, also another big part of the puzzle is that she's a moderator for Hasan. She's like a prominent member of his community and a moderator. So when she says shit about me that I think is insane, I feel like it's representative of the broader Hasan community and even perhaps Hasan himself. So that's why I included you. But like Frogan's now just going to get a pile of shit on top of her that I have no control over because people are watching. Millions of people are watching his video, by the way, and they're reacting to it. And they're not having good reactions
Not
to it.
just our audience.
Far from our own, yeah.
I think it's funny that you think me being in the Idubbbz video is what's going to cause this harassment. When in reality, it's you, Ethan. You're acting like you haven't spent the last year and a half doing everything in your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi.
Okay. First of all, your joke was not about me not being able to say Habibi. This is just another gaslighting, ridiculous premise that you're lying about. Okay. That I mentioned that in the video. And second of all, first of all, and second of all, and third of all, she says that I worked with the ADL to get Zionist, to deplatform. Now, what is her evidence that I work with the ADL, other than the fact that I'm Jewish? Doesn't that strike you as a little fucking racist? If I was like, if I was talking to someone,
So what was the specific accusation here? Because that
I
kinda
was
made my head spin
working
a
with
little
the
bit.
ADL to get Muslim or Islam or pro-Palestine creators
to get her banned?
deplatformed, or what? Let me go back.
What did she
The power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL
She says I weaponized the ADL
to
get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi.
Okay, so it's specifically that she got banned for the tier list segment
because of the ADL,
right?
That I weaponized,
right?
How did I do that?
I don't know exactly.
I've never talked about the ADL. I don't think. Never endorsed. I've never worked with. Like this is just racism. This is like if a black dude was like, if I was
I think the ADL.
If she was
the
talking
ADL
to a black dude,
did
it was
criticize
like-
Twitch, right?
Say what?
The ADL did criticize Twitch.
Yeah, no,
right?
it's true that they're the ones that got them banned. They reached out during this whole Arab tier list because it was going way beyond our community.
Right.
But blaming that on me is fucking insane. That's like being like, oh, black dude working with the NAACP, huh? Like with no evidence. It's like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
It's also giving like shadowy org, like Jews in their shadowy orgs. It's crazy to lie about that.
Ay.
You just put that forward like fact with zero evidence. It's fucking insane.
Such your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi.
She accused me of harassing her while simultaneously lying straight up about me in an anti-Semitic way, in my opinion. And then she'd go, why do you stop talking about me? You know? Here, this is basically the logic. I think this person gets it. The point forward. It's simple. Dan Saltman worked with the ADL. Dan is Destiny Orbiter, and Ethan is secretly in cahoots with Destiny. Case solved. Yeah.
But no, it's Idubbbz, one of the only major creators besides Hasan who has actually defended me publicly in the last few months. This next section is about the double standards of Ethan's thinking. Let's get started with this clip.
Personally, though, and I've seen Hasan do this before, is he's accused me of it. He goes, "Oh, you just hate Muslims." It's like, bro, can you actually please just respond to a real argument? Like, please, bro. You know, he just like, you can't just sweep everything away by saying that. It's just not right. Are people very cruel to her? Yeah, for sure. So I'm supposing the counter to this would be showing me saying Islamophobic or anti-Arab jokes. That would be the counter to this clip. Because I think it's a good point I'm making there. You know, it's just, I don't know, man.
I don't know how to explain this to you, Ethan, because this is something you claim all the time, but some people are actually racist.
Yeah,
Ethan claims
I said
people
that
are
in the
racist.
clip you showed.
Him all the time because they're racist, using his religion as a shield to criticism, as he claims people are doing to me. A lot of the comments I get are about me being a hijabi and me being Muslim, so no.
Not from me and my community. I don't you think that I'm the only community that you've upset? Like, have you forgotten the hordes of people on every corner of the internet that you have offended with your thoughtless, insane takes? Veterans deserve PTSD. Did you not think that that would upset a fuckload of people who, by the way, lean conservative? My community does not make fun of you wearing a hijab. We don't give a fuck about that. I never have. That's for damn sure.
People are not more charitable to me because I wear the hijab, and I wish that was the case.
I have never. They accuse me of doing it. They go, "Oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators." It's like I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought anyone's fucking identity into my criticism of them. Okay, so again, that's a good point, but maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm lying.
I thought you were just big upping yourself.
And I have done that. That would be the good counter to this.
So I was trying to find where this ADL connection came from, and the only thing I'm saying is that when we talked about Dan Clancy, when you brought up the tier list initially, it was October 21st, and then later after the show, I believe is when the ADL put out a tweet about it. So I don't know if
that's rock solid stuff. That's a great perfect accusatory to say I weaponized the ADL. It's insane. It's fucking insane. Anyway, she's about to prove that I'm Islamophobic, right? Let me do this again because I think it's good. I have never. They accuse me of doing it. They go, "Oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators." It's like I have never one time. By the way, Mike from PA, is he Arab or Muslim?
Oh, he wishes.
He wishes.
Dude.
He's not. Is Sean the Black Arab or Muslim? I mean, I don't know if he's Muslim, but I don't think so. You know, there's a lot of people in this story that is getting equal criticism that are not Muslim or Arab. It's fucking insane to claim that. It's just not even empirically true.
I saw today on the subreddit that Mike from PA is hanging out with Milhouse.
Oh yeah, two great kings. You know what I was just thinking that. It's Milhouse and the comic book guy. It's so true, dude.
Holy.
That's Mike from PA, and this is Milhouse. This is insanely poignant, this comparison.
Wow.
That is right on the money. Wow. I love this. Yeah, this is a great episode of Simpsons. I mean, who else, that I talked about who's not Arab and Muslim? I feel like there's a whole bunch of them. Mention her hijabi or brought anyone's fucking Noah Samson is a white as fuck dude who's not Muslim. Why? You know what I mean? He's the one I'm saying I'm going to sue for defamation. So what the fuck? Be consistent. Just a liar, dude. These people lie like nothing. They cry bully, they hit, they lie. It's pathetic. And finally, there's enough people noticing it. You know what I mean? This has been my life for 2 years, where these people attack, harass, malign, defame. And then when I defend myself, I'm crazy. I'm psychotic. That's not really what's happening. I'm hallucinating it. I'm a crazy Jew. Matt Lieb is a Jewish white dude. He's not Arab or Muslim. Seems like there's more white dudes or non-Arab Muslims than there are Arab Muslims. So what are you talking about, man? Again, this is why this all started, because you were straight off the... By the way, you're not the best at this. Straight off the back, when I unfollowed you for supporting Hamas, you said I'm Islamophobic. So I don't think it takes much for you to throw that around. By the way, Comrade Casey's a white dude. So we got Comrade Casey, we got Noah, we got Mike, Dan Clancy we've got. I think Denims is...
She might be Muslim.
She's Egyptian. I don't know what.
Well, she's from Lebanon, so I'll give her that. But is she Muslim? I don't even know.
No, she's from Egypt, I believe.
So background at least, probably, right? So I wouldn't even include her. I'll give her that one. You know, it's like, what are we doing here? Come on. And by the way, I will never say, like, when I call someone like Frogan anti-Semitic, I'm doing it in the context of a specific example. I'm saying this, what she just did, is anti-Semitic. But these people don't know how to engage honestly. They just don't. They're incapable. To my criticism of them.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly, but your ideas about...
Sorry. I just want to go back because I think this is so rich. Of doing it. They go, oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators. It's like, I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought anyone's fucking identity into my criticism of them. So to include this clip, surely she has clips of me doing the contrary.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly.
Yeah, we're getting more apt comparisons here from Hook, which is good.
Ice cream, Nate.
I think this is an apt one where Mike is the bumbling, incompetent fool, and then Milhouse is this pathetic, bumbling simp.
Shmee.
Love it.
But
So her point is, I'm like, I've never done that. And she's like, okay, fine. You've never actually done it. But it's like, well, what the fuck are you doing?
Ideas about Muslims are pretty obvious from what you say. Here are a few of many examples.
Why don't you just make it easier? Why don't you just fly? Okay, this one is really crazy to me. This is from October 9th, 2023. And I am sure that the context of this is completely different than she's representing it. Someone find me that clip?
It's from what you say. Here are a few of many examples.
Why don't you just make it easier? Why don't you just fly to ISIS and do them a favor and just let them, just serve yourself on a platter for them because you deserve it. How is that even in how's that Islamophobic? You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like literally zero context. I'd love to see it though. I want, maybe she's right. Maybe I am, have stuff to apologize for. This guy. This is, by the way, okay. So this is this guy who was on October 7th in all of my mentions saying horrifically pro-Hamas, disgusting fucking filth. And so obviously I was getting heated on that day, which I shouldn't have been, obviously, right? I wish I had a suit on that day, but let's be real, my emotions were pretty charged up, especially in the wake of this, being taunted online by what I thought were normal people. So this dude, I looked into him a little bit because I was like, who is this fucking guy who's like harassing me on Twitter with that most heinous dog shit? He says, I'm on South Beach having fun. So I looked into him. He has a gay-oriented OnlyFans, and he's doing drugs. So I think what I said was that, you know, you're out there defending Hamas, right? An organization that would fucking murder you if they knew who you were, if they knew what you're about. And I think that's a fucking valid point. I don't think this is Islamophobic at all. I think this is like completely true. It is. I fail to see how that's, I mean, this is anti this dude, right? But is your argument that Hamas is okay with someone having a gay OnlyFans in Gaza? Give me a break. Stop being silly. And then here's another one. Ethan, I'm not Zionist Klein, playing Twitch or terrorist live to thousands of people. Islamophobia full on display. So granted, this doesn't look good. And I probably I shouldn't have done this, right? It was petty and it was stupid and it plays up dumb tropes. Now, what they don't show is this is just the landing page. It's not even comparing Hasan to Osama bin Laden. And I think when we played that game, I was pretty fair about like, this is dumb, this is stupid, this doesn't really prove anything. You know, I was pretty much like dismissive of the game when we played it mostly. But that being said, I think this was a mistake to do, and obviously it doesn't look good. Nope. I wouldn't compare. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I wouldn't compare Hasan to Osama bin Laden. He's much worse. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. Playing a gag here. But I mean, the fact that you can even play a game when there's people on Twitch, by the way, who are not all, like, how many times do we have to point out the amount of people participating in this who are not Arab or Muslim? The fact that you can even play a game where it's hard to tell, like, did a terrorist say this or a Twitch streamer say this, I think is kind of sad. But that being said, I can see why people perceive this as being like Islamophobic, especially out of context with it being like, oh, I'm comparing Hasan and Osama bin Laden, which it's just the landing page. There was no comparison there.
Regarding the post on the left, like you were saying, you were talking to him specifically. I think why this offended a lot of people was because for so long, Muslims are referred to as homophobic and stuff. These cultures are my culture, they're referred to as being homophobic as an excuse to just be like indiscriminately bombed by like America and a bunch of other, and a bunch of other conflicts as well. So yeah, you were talking about him specifically, and I know you didn't mean it in that way, but that's why I feel like so many people got offended by it. Because these cultures aren't able to advance and grow because of what they're subject to.
Sure. Yeah. I did not say that, hey, Muslims hate gay people, so what are you doing? Right. I didn't say that. Right. I was being very specific about Hamas, who's a militant jihadist group that believes that homosexuality is a punishable by death. Right? Let alone doing sex work. You're not going to find many sex workers in Gaza, probably, or at least openly. Sure, I get that. I think a lot of people exploited this in bad faith, though, also, who like know what I'm saying, that point I'm making, and try to, because I see this paraded around like constantly. She goes, there are so many examples of you being Islamophobic. Anyway, here's three like really weird, like here's two kind of, in my opinion, weak ones, and one that doesn't even fucking make sense. Oh, we found the context of the one she pulled. Let's see. Thank you. That's all I have to say. So if you think Hamas is dope, just remember that even more. I don't know. Let me see what I'm talking about. Am I talking about her? We all deserve to be burned alive because of what our daughter, who I'm sure has the same exact politics as him, was fucking kidnapped and all of her friends killed in front of her. Oh yeah, it's all this. Yeah, I'm just responding to horrific Twitter takes, which I'm so glad I'm off. She wasn't raped. She wasn't abused. She was in Gaza and safely drinking a bottle of water. She was taken as a bargaining chip to free thousands of Palestinians whom Israel detains without charges. This girl was taken by these sweet love Hamas, and they gave her a bottle of water, you guys. That's great. That's so kind. Her boyfriend is still in captivity, by the way, and she witnessed people dying in captivity. And obviously she was kidnapped from the Nova massacre. So let's chill out a little bit on how well she's doing. And that's her husband, by the way, who's being taken at gunpoint, probably murdered. Still in captivity. And by the way, Hamas says they're going to start murdering civilians one at a time on TV. So I'm sure they're going to take really good care of her. Like Hamas is some kind of humanitarians that follow like rules of engagement. It's just crazy. I don't know. To me, am I wrong? I mean, that's fucked up. It's like, why are you liking that? You know what? All Hold it's on. doing is just whitewashing Hamas. Let me, God damn it. She's fine. Let me speed this up so I don't spend forever watching this. I just want to see the whole context of it. It's crazy. Yeah, they dragged her away. Her boyfriend's missing. He was dragged away right in front of her. Was she paraded around dead? No, I don't think that was her, but there was another girl whose body was just basically, people were celebrating and dancing around her corpse and just dragging it. Mm-hmm. I'm not celebrating that. I'm not celebrating anything like that. And so like, oh yeah, this was another weird story. 23andMe got hacked and people specifically obtained Ashkenazi Jew data. Did you see that story?
We talked about it on Friday. I think you were maybe
drunk at the time. That's why I don't remember.
They're gonna come right to my doorstep, dude.
It was like
Crystal knocked.
right after poor Zach submitted his 23andMe data. It was like right after.
They know. They know. I mean, isn't that weird? I mean, how are you supposed to feel about that as an Ashkenazi Jew? Oh yeah, somebody hacked this DNA database and only took information about Ashkenazi Jews.
Dude, the shit I've heard the last months is just nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah, well, actually, you're hallucinating it. You're a crazy, paranoid Jew.
I am.
Just in your head.
It's just in my head.
According to Ian, he says, I'm sure anti-Semitism is a thing in your head.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
Yeah, and Israel said they're leveling Gaza. Yeah, and so when the fuck and I've been saying that that's psychotic too. So then, because the government of Israel is psychotic, barbaric freaks, okay? Then you're going to be like, careful, Ethan. You're getting a little too close to calling out the IDF and Israeli government's wanton violence in Gaza. Careful there, Hamas. So you can say then it's cool what Hamas is doing. What's the point of saying that? Saying, yeah, Israel does bad stuff too, right? So what is the point of saying that? You're trying to justify Hamas killing people. Sorry, I don't support either one of them. You know. I'm speeding up more. That's it, man. Fucking gross. I think people are way too comfortable just being pro-terrorist right now. Makes me want to puke. And I'm glad to report that...
Have we gotten to the part where...
No, not yet. We're getting there. It's not. I'm not fat. And I'm glad to report that after 2 years, everything's gotten so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's going to get worse before it gets better. A lot worse. It's going to get a lot fucking worse, man. Sad. Dude, are you guys even listening to what I'm saying? I do not support Hamas, but it's wild to act like Israel hasn't acted similarly for decades. Bro, are you listening to what I'm saying? This was when I was constantly getting triggered by Hasan fans. Thank God that's over. Like, are people even listening to the words I'm saying?
Is that over?
No, I mean, like, they were like...
That's over?
They were infiltrated our community. And I was I was like at battle with my own.
They were our community. I mean,
Well, they're gone.
When did you say this was? This was like
October. This is like 2 days after
October 8th
October
or something?
7. Yeah. October 9.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
They were, and they're gone now. Thank God. Thank God.
Huh, doesn't seem like it. I'm just saying, don't cheer for terrorists who parade around desecrated corpse and kill children and burn families alive. I don't think that that's a crazy take.
It's not. This guy's spitting.
If you think it is, then let's go invite the Iraqi terrorists who are exacting revenge, well-deserved revenge, to come to your city block and kill every fucking one you love and burn them alive. Cool, man.
I think even now that's a poignant comparison. People are like, oh yeah, Hamas is actually morally correct. So I'm not going to criticize them at all for slaughtering 1,000 civilians. Then America has done untold fucking destruction in Iraq. Estimated 1 million people died in that war, Iraqis. So like, if they come to your neighborhood and start killing you guys as revenge for that, you're saying that would be totally fine by the same logic. It's not rocket science.
We deserve it, right? I mean, Americans, do we all deserve to be burned alive because of what our government has done? How much has the American government done? How bad? Do we all deserve to die?
Get to the point.
How many of you all are fucking keyboard warriors sitting at home in America, okay, and the safety of your home? You deserve to die? Is that what you're saying?
Spit.
Because I don't think you believe that. I don't think you'd be cool. Who's cheering for them? A lot of fucking people. A lot. I don't need to talk about Israel horrible things. I've done that. I talk about the horrible things Israel's done. I've done that. I do that. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Wait,
so if you think Hamas is dope, just remember.
Here.
Okay.
We've finally come to the moment. This is the moment. Her first and great example of my blatant Islamophobia.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all I have to say. So if you think Hamas is dope, just remember that you, even more than Israelis perhaps, deserve to be burned alive by terrorists and your whole family murdered in front of you. So there you go.
Oh wait, that's not even.
In fact, why don't you just make it easier? Why don't you just fly to ISIS and do them a favor and just let them, just serve yourself on a platter for them because you deserve it.
I'm not even talking about anyone specifically. I was just talking about people who are supporting terrorism and saying like, if you terrorists are so great, why don't you go hang out with ISIS?
Based?
I don't think that's Islamophobic at all, what I said. I think it's This is fucking ridiculous. Give me a break. She can't even explain why this is Islamophobic. She didn't even try.
These savage fucking freaks, man. Oh, here's another Israeli one. Ethan Eli knows how to present this position.
So yeah, that's okay. Killed it with that one. Like, I think per capita, a lot of the weird fucking terrorism and crimes and shit, I mean, there's definitely some strong thread of violence through the Muslim community. Yeah. Or Arab Muslims, to be more specific. Hey, you'll notice that clip is like 10 years old. So she's been a long-term fan preceding that clip. I will say that that's not a position that I would never say that now. That was like the Sam Harris, like Islam, religion of violence shit. But like, obviously I've educated myself a lot more. I don't think Islam is more violent than any other religion. I think that there was at least, I think even more in the previous decades, a lot of Muslim extremist groups doing terrorism, but that was more that was directly a response to like Western interventionism in the Middle East. So it's not even fair to say like, oh, Muslims are inherently more violent because there's a bunch of terrorist organizations. So I completely disavow that statement, and I apologize too for saying something that offensive.
At least she did come up with one.
That was one ballot. That was the only one.
Okay.
Which again, it was 10 years old. You can see how fucking old this clip is. She was my biggest fan. She was my biggest fan.
I'm sure she wasn't a fan of that statement, but
I
get your meaning. That was like probably 2017.
I don't think she was a fan of this statement. I agree. I just think that, all of a sudden it's like, yo, this guy needs to be fucking. This dude is the worst person alive.
Thank you, by the way, 50 gifted subs from Trundlebum.
That's a new one, Trundlebum.
Trundlebum.
Let's
I like that name.
get it. Thank you so much for the gifted Trumble.
50 of them.
Trundlebum bum.
I go hard at Becky.
That's so nice.
Oh my fucking God, yeah.
I appreciate you apologizing. That being said, watch your back later.
I always do. Yeah, no, I mean that was a dumb, careless
bad take.
statement. Yeah, it's
That's a bad take.
Yeah, it's a bad take. It's an ignorant take, you know.
Was that like Sam Harris's thing at one point? I've never really followed that guy.
Yeah, no, it's still his thing.
That's still his thing.
Is like Islam is the religion of violence and all this kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's still his.
The translation of the word Islam in Arabic is peace. Then
ironic. That's ironic.
Checkmate. Anywho. The Muslim community, or Arab Muslims to be more specific.
The next thing I want to bring up are the double standards both Ethan and Gila have for themselves. Let's get started with this clip.
She's so sassy. It's
very formal. I think
her delivery.
She took like a Toastmasters class recently or something.
Oh, it's just you feel the sass. She's like, hit me.
Really? I didn't.
Really?
That wasn't what I was feeling.
I feel the sass, Ethan.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't feel that? It's coming. It's radiating.
I feel it.
The next thing I want to bring up are the double standards both
I wasn't
Ethan and
watching,
Gila have
so I
for
didn't see the
themselves.
body language. That does change it.
Watch this sass.
Let's get started with this clip.
We misspoke. It didn't sound good. We immediately corrected ourselves. You know, that's how mature people do. That's how you're supposed to handle yourself.
Once again, talking about the gallant thing.
Like, what more do you want me to do?
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed when things happen.
This was in response to people bringing up how Gila said Yoav Gallant was a great guy, even though he's literally a war criminal and pro-genocide. I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the U.S. military. I said it in a way in which I didn't mean, and I also clarified it on Twitter by saying the U.S.
This is fucking insane. She says that her statement that all veterans deserve PTSD was a misspeak.
She misspoke?
Yeah, and then she's acting like the next day she didn't double down with a now infamous, notorious clip of her going, based? I still agree with that, based?
That's the origin of the based sound.
That was the next day,
was
her
her
reaction.
calling herself based
Yes.
for...
Pull it up. Yeah, she's watching
based?
herself. So she, I mean, again, like, why you...
That makes it seem like you didn't misspeak, if I'm being honest.
I think she tripled down even. I think even the third time.
There was
she
a third?
like- I'm pretty sure.
I
There
think
was a
she-
third down?
I think she only made this not really even an apology, frankly.
This is the apology? Let's see.
Well, hold on. Let me show what she actually said the next day.
I have no pity at all for
So here she is watching her clip.
any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. The U.S. Dog Frogan. That's not a slur. Military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. Okay, what part did you cut out? What part did you cut out? He cut out the
What?
most important context of the clip. Okay?
What? Which part is that?
He cut out the most important context of the clip. Where I said, not the ones that regret their service.
That doesn't make it better. That's still awful. That's so stupid. What do you mean? That doesn't help you at all. It doesn't help you at all.
Okay.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD.
Oh, so this is her.
Yeah, that's this first
So-
reaction, and this is the third reaction.
This is
watching right
there's
now.
layers. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I show in my content nuke her reaction the next day.
Got it.
This is her reaction to the reaction.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
She's smiling. Even now, she's smiling and laughing about it.
They posted it in my head. I'm like, base?
Yeah. Yep. By the way, if you want to be serious, if you actually want to make this comparison, I mean, the Gallant thing we took seriously, and it's not something that I joke about at all. It's something that I clarified my position on, that I don't take lightly, and that I certainly am not making jokes about and laughing about, like, oh, they think Gallant's a really nice guy, actually. I don't know, whatever the fucking way to trivialize people being mad about that. Just a child.
Bro. It's
And
not funny. I'm not laughing at that because the thing is, I never lived this down. Like I'll literally have like Scootish fucking go, oh, based.
She loves that became a thing because it's the only taste of relevance she'll probably ever have. Yeah, imagine Hila said based after reviewing. Be like, hey, people are upset about what we said about Gallant, and Hila's like, I still agree with that. Based.
Right.
Based?
Oh God, this is.
Based?
She continually, the thing is like, she's so obviously lying that I just don't know why she does this, because it's just digging the hole deeper. And she's enabled by people like Hasan, who just yesterday was like, oh, it's so obvious. The only reason people talk about Frogan is because she's a hijabi. It's like, that doesn't help her. She needs someone to be honest with her. She's a fucking mean-spirited person that's constantly saying really disgusting things. The problem is, truly, though, is that she's trying to be like Hasan. She's just not as good at it. So...
Fucking Antichrist.
No, she's not the Antichrist.
I'm not the Antichrist. Stop it. Stop it.
She's just young and stupid. It's fine.
Definitely, like I said, I think the level of hate she gets, definitely her hijab contributes to it. But, as a Muslim too, like some of the things she said, like the PTSD thing, I was worried for her in the moment because I knew what was going to come out of that. Like, and
it's so obvious that would get you a ton of shit.
Also, she's
no matter who you are that says that.
Right.
Right.
But she's obviously like striking at the heart of like this deep traumatic time in America when like, and she does this when she makes the 9/11 jokes too. When like there was...
There's two sides to it, but you got to be able to. I mean, if you're gonna say stuff like that, you're gonna get that kind of crazy fucking backlash. And again, I'm not justifying it's not right, it's not fair.
Oh yeah,
I don't want it to happen. I spoke against it.
I lost my train of thought. She's attacking the army, right? And talking about soldiers getting PTSD, which is like it's just gonna rile up the worst type of people.
You've given them their excuse that they want to
just exactly what they want to see a Muslim person saying.
I mean, it's the same shit they do to you too. It's like they'll find something you said and like, oh, this is the perfect excuse for me to be, openly anti-Semitic.
Yeah, no, 100%. People are like, yes. All the like actual Islamophobic, like, army simps, whatever, are just like, yes, baby, this is premium.
Feasting
content.
on those clips.
Exactly.
The thing is just like, even knowing all that, like, I guess you should just, if you're going to say inflammatory stuff, like, I'm not going to say that you can't be an inflammatory person, but then don't get shocked when there's backlash. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, that's the cry bully thing.
Right, I guess it is. That's what it boils down to.
That's what upsets people the most about her.
Like, there's lots of people on the internet that say edgy shit, way edgier shit than anything Frogan said, and they get shit for it, and they just like they're comfortable with that,
or at least real about it. It's kind of crazy to first all to just assume this premise that you're being bullied. Come on.
Yeah, and then just saying that it was a misspeak when there was not just a double but a triple down. It's just like you can't.
What Hila said,
you can't pull that card. You can't pull that card after the triple down. Like, it's too late.
And by the way, what we said
double down was bad.
Was boneheaded. It wasn't good, right? And it didn't convey what we actually were trying to convey. The next day, we apologized for it and we clarified that is not what you did by any stretch of the imagination. And you just coming out here and lying about it is not helping you because it's so obvious. I'm going to hit her with the Asmongold. Somebody's got to be honest with you, bro. I do it because I care about you.
I guess
no, don't do that.
I should pull that soundbite of him.
That take was so good. I love that shit.
Based?
She loves it. She loves it.
It's not funny. I'm just because like, bro, this haunts me. It fucking haunts me, bro. Like, am I supposed to be like I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Based?
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that Twitch will do nothing
she's
to
not
moderate
walking
her.
it back. Like, again, you could say, I realized how wrong that was, and after I realized how many people I've said and how that came across. Like, there is a way that you can walk that back even after the double triple down, but that way isn't saying I misspoke. You didn't misspeak.
Yeah,
you explicitly said that you
That's
didn't.
That's the
misspeak.
cowardly way of not being like.
Yes.
I have an opinion that I formulated that comes from a bad place that I need to like address that.
Mm-hmm.
It's no, I meant to say green, but I accidentally said red.
Who fucking who?
By the way,
Twitch will do nothing to moderate me. Hello? Sir. Mr. Old Man, I understand you're fucking aging.
Me?
But can we please remember that I got banned for 30 days?
Yeah.
Because of
And you're okay. Whatever. I'm not even gonna interface with this shit. Let's read this argument, or not argument. This is the apology she shows.
Right.
The U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they, quote, liberated my people. It's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. So she's going back to that, like it's a good point. What I said was out of frustration, as they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. I realize that wishing people, I don't think it's in the name of liberation, but I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues, and I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way.
The last parts are decent.
Yeah.
Like, that was better than I expected.
But I think it's absolutely mad, because she's still doubling down on this. Actually, I just only hate the people that don't regret it, which is dumb for so many reasons. Like, these people are enlisted, and by the way, a lot of people, they get PTSD, they come home, maybe you regret it, but it takes you time to get there. So it's like, go to hell, get PTSD, regret it. I don't know. Not everybody does something that's regrettable either. A lot of shit in the army is just like regular shit that like people who have not great prospects in life get out there to pay for college or something like that.
Also, she's framing it like she didn't triple down.
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
The other issue, or the main issue.
Exactly.
this military has conducted some of the
Holy
most
shit, 25 million views. And she's blaming me for the harassment she gets. This is all 25 million views? Girl, I can't do that.
horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as
I don't
Iraq,
believe Twitter
Afghanistan,
views at
Syria,
all,
Lebanon,
though.
and Palestine.
I do want to
That's
say.
true. It's still high, but that's true.
I feel like they inflate the fuck. Like, all social media does it to an extent, but no shot that 25 million people were reading this tweet.
That's true. But it's still a lot for Twitter, even.
I suppose
depending on whatever the actual real number is.
Yeah.
My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they
Oh, she
liberated
read
my
it.
people. It's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. What I said was out of frustration, as they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues, and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way. And like I said initially, I'm not granted that charitability at all.
I want to explain it because people bring it up nonstop. I apologize for
I
it
see
right
what
away.
she's saying,
when
but
he-
this is such a bad counterexample using the Gallant thing, just because it's such a obvious, like, in Hila's case, it genuinely was sort of a lost in translation situation.
Absolutely.
Like, after, I think that she explained it pretty well, and that she essentially was just upset that one of the only voices that was in government that was pushing for a ceasefire was gone, which I think,
for whatever reason,
we all want a ceasefire here, right?
Exactly. That's what I was like.
So, like, even though I totally get why, especially out of context, it sounds really bad. I feel like the underlying point, the intention we can recognize was good. I'm not buying this parallel with the PTSD thing. What was the good intention there? Like, what? Even if it,
she misspoke. She meant to say that. What did she mean to say?
Well, the best case scenario is that she only is wishing psychological torment on certain people, not all people in the military.
Who don't yet regret it.
Yeah, I just don't think that
which is probably like
is comparable to somebody that the intended effect of their words is I want people to stop dying and I want there to be a ceasefire, even if it was said in a sloppy way that was immediately corrected.
Well,
I just don't think that this is a good comparison at all.
I agree. Thank you. And I will say something that might shock you. She is very dumb.
You know what? No comment.
Perfectly.
She meant those who unjustly harmed others.
No, she didn't.
My point is
absolutely
still,
didn't.
even in the best case scenario, you are wishing, like the intent is still, you can say maybe they deserve it or whatever, but the intended outcome of her words is she's wishing harm on somebody. The intended outcome of Hila's words was she does not want people to come to harm.
I get your point. Yeah, no, I agree.
But also, AB, I know you.
I'm saying that
you're being
that's what-
charitable, but that's not what she meant.
I'm
And the
saying that's
original
what she's saying that she meant in her clarification. Whether she meant that or not, that's what I believe she's trying to say in her.
Okay,
In
that's
her
giving her a lot.
apology.
That's good. It's giving her a lot. The whole novel's in between the lines, if that's the case. But okay, I appreciate you being. It's good to look on the bright side of things.
Based.
Yeah. Based. All right, let's pretend that she is apologetic.
Ethan made a video to address this on his Ethan Klein channel. I
Next day, I think
made a quick appearance in that video just to say I'm sorry, I misspoke. I shouldn't have called him a really good guy. Like, I don't know why I said it like that.
What more do you want from me? I did the same exact thing.
May I say something real quick? In regards to people in chat, I'm gonna be nice. It's better that I say things before they're said outside of the show. That way they can be addressed. So if I feel like I'm giving the accurate take at what I'm seeing, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but I'm giving what I believe is my perception of it, what's probably their perception of it, because I am Arab, I am from Dearborn, where she is from, and I'm giving her point. Now, when I say that, everyone else is welcome to explain why they are still wrong, and it's better that that's done here rather than not when we're talking about it. In my opinion.
Based.
That is based.
I think that's because a lot of the times, like you said, I won't anticipate people's response that I would love to respond to. And I always prefer to acknowledge everything in the moment so that I can get ahead of certain things or understand this and that. So personally, I appreciate that perspective a lot. And I think it's good. And I'm honest. I respond honestly, and you express yourself. It's just a conversation, guys. This is what conversations look like.
Even with the tier list thing, like, we weren't live talking about it, but at first I was going back and forth a little bit about it. But then I saw the thumbnail and I was like, I can't really argue.
The thumbnail. They love to ignore that thumbnail.
Yeah.
They do.
Now we're moving on to the infamous button. So during the react to the content cop, AB started talking. And
now she shifts it to you, AB. So.
Oh, fuck. I take back what I said.
Have you seen this?
You know what's funny? I only half-ass saw it the day it came out.
You know what's funny? Unironically, almost the entire back half is dedicated to you.
I need to make my video. My response to Frogan's response to Ethan Klein.
Mm-hmm.
And the button was pushed. Here's the clip.
Authorities block healthcare to Gaza. Again, I'm not. Do you think that I'm talking about walking around Gaza? When I say how great multicultural it is,
We
did
never
you think
defended
that?
how Israel attacked Gaza since October 7th, not even once. We never
I think that's
co-signed what they did.
Is that not the point he's making, though?
What?
That you're talking about how nice Israel is, but
Israel proper is different from Gaza.
Yeah, no,
But
I
at a
understand.
time,
Millions
right now, say
Muslims in
I guess
Israel.
that's where the
By the way, notice that all the terrible things that I've apparently said and done are stuff that can only be inferred but never shown.
When you
it's like, just imagine what happened off.
So there's something kind of funny about this. I didn't realize that she included this, and I guess this backfired. So because I remember that button, and everybody perceived it because people still have a hard time wrapping their head around how the button works. The button moment is always 15 to 20 seconds after what you're seeing. In the original episode, it cut off AB as soon as he started talking, and everybody in the chat was like, what the fuck, why are you cutting off AB or whatever? So I purposely, in the Spotify version, which that appeared to be, included more of the conversation to demonstrate that it was not intentional to cut off AB. but now they're just using that version apparently.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what I get for like trying to. I don't know.
Whatever. You can't win with these.
You can't win. You can't win.
Yeah.
I'll tell the truth. When Ethan pushed that button, I fell through the floor, and I was like Gandalf. I just fell and I fell.
You went into a shark pit.
Yeah, we went.
Actually.
Yeah.
I brought out the next AB clone.
Yeah.
He's just got a cold storage room.
Yeah, Casey's here actually to take care of AB. You know.
Mm-hmm. He shoots. It's like what's that? Mickey 17 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what he's got?
Huh?
You know what weaponry he's got?
Casey? Oh no, Mickey 17 or is that?
It's
the
a
name?
movie.
It's a movie where like they just every time someone dies, they just clone them to do the same job.
Oh yeah. No, that's you.
Yeah.
I've got it all figured out.
Podcasts are.
Casey shoots me every button.
Horrible.
Ian, you really gotta chill, okay? You don't-
Horrible.
No, you're horrible.
And that's the end of the clip because the button was pushed. Anytime any member of the crew
Checkmate.
gives Ethan any type of pushback, the button is pushed.
That's not true.
And he wants to say that
My
I'm surrounded by yes men and
come
people
on,
can never
girl, you
criticize
watch
me.
the show.
When he
I know
doesn't
you still
allow
watch.
his staff that are
You know
part of the
that's
show.
not true.
to give him-
She was, quote, before all this, according to Hasan and her, my biggest fan.
I mean, honestly, I believe her, and I believe
No, I believe her too, which is
desire
why-
to want to say outrageous things on the internet to be funny or whatever probably is derived from watching you for years. Like
Oh, she learned it from me.
To an extent, probably. I mean, if we take her at her word that you were one of her favorite creators in the content cop, she said that you were like an inspiration for her to like get into making content and everything.
Doesn't look like a good inspiration.
She was your fan. My two guests at the second Creator Clash were Frogan and Jake Doolittle.
Wait, your guess was what?
My two guest passes went to Jake Doolittle and Frogan.
Jake Doolittle?
Oh, it's so cursed,
What a
baby.
cursed lineup.
Yep.
Holy shit, that's so funny.
Yeah, I was watching a behind the scenes the other day from the second Creator Clash, and you see me hugging both of them in that video.
Well, thanks, Jake. You know, I would. The last thing I ever want to do is alienate a fan. Okay, you've seen our sub count. We need every single one we can. Okay,
Sure.
You know what I mean? Each one of you is a treasured gem in my life.
Jake asked me, obviously, so I gave it to him because he took photos of me the first time.
Yeah, he seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah, and then Frogan.
Well, fuck.
We just always try to help each other out, you know, from our background.
No,
we
you
were
guys
all chill with
Yeah.
Frogan
You guys
were
up
friends
until
yeah.
it all fell apart.
Yeah, no, everything was chill. I mean, there's nothing
Who fucking who?
wrong with that at all. Everyone was friends back then.
And honestly, that's, I mean, a little bit of a spoiler ahead in the video, but that's, like, I personally, Frogan has been nothing but nice to me, except, you know, like, making this a thing in the first place. Like, you know, I wish she would have, as a friend, kind of just not made it public, her tweet about Ethan, if she had, you know, a situation, because that is my boss. And so that already puts me in an awkward situation. But even so, I still said it on the air that that's my friend. I made
No,
it
you
acknowledge.
stood by her for a while.
I still did. And then, you know, just recently, I said that we had a disagreement. I didn't want to say it, but she ended up showing the message anyways.
Yeah.
But I just didn't respond to her because, and maybe it's not intentional, but it's just like I'm being a chess piece used by everyone. And it doesn't feel good coming from a friend. And maybe she wasn't doing that. But when she would say stuff on her streams like, oh, no, me and AB, we're fine, we're cool. She should know that people are going to use that against me to cause more problems for me. And it just became too much. So, you know.
You've been nothing but classy throughout this whole thing, dude. You've conducted yourself.
No more class than I think the vast majority of people would in your situation. Don't envy you.
More than
AB.
me. More class than me.
More class than me, dude.
I got no class. I have very little class. I've got no class.
That's fair. You had to have somebody tie your tie for you this morning.
And who was it?
The classiest guy in the office.
It's true.
Yeah, and then you were right, because I mean, she did ultimately end up showing the screenshots, so not wrong. For your intuition on that one.
The crew gives Ethan any type of pushback, the button is pushed. And he wants to say that
Anyone that is remotely familiar with the show knows how laughably absurd that is.
surrounded by yes men and people can never criticize me when he doesn't allow his staff that are part of the show to give him any critique or pushback whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna respond to that other than to just say that people who watch this show know how laughably absurd that is. It's just, it's silliness. Stop it, Frogan. You're being silly and ignorant.
During the live show today, some of the crew defended me, and I appreciate it so much. And during this episode, AB mentioned that the most recent time we talked, him and I had a disagreement.
People are saying stop being friends with her. You guys don't know fucking shit. I have not talked to her in forever. And the last time we did talk, we had a disagreement. Like where is this coming from? Like I don't.
By the way, you were very kind about how you described it too. You're like, it was a disagreement. You didn't say what she said or what she,
Yeah,
because her message was really fucked up. In my opinion.
Oddly enough, it was about a clip of me being taken out of context, what she's arguing half this video. Like, I just was defending what she actually meant to you guys. Like, I would hope that she would not see a clip of me and think I would actually say something. She talks about the clip of me saying that I'm trying to block pro-Palestinians from my stream.
Oh yeah,
I would hope that she would have the same grace and be like, clearly this is taken out of context. So yeah,
it's all a mess, bro.
Yeah.
Everything's so messy. You're the only one with clean hands. I'm being dead serious. You've been nothing but classy this whole time.
Thanks. I know how to tie a tie.
You said me too?
I said I know how to tie a tie. Yeah, you too.
I'm just kidding. Now I'm trying to get you in trouble. No, I'm just kidding. He did not say.
Oh, God.
This disagreement was a DM I sent him, which stated, "Hey,
she's so
AB,
funny for showing this because it makes her look psycho.
Oh boy, I haven't seen.
I wanted to reach out privately because responding publicly and adding to the dog pile doesn't feel right. I understand that people often overlook how tough the job market is, and I get that working for Ethan puts you in a complicated position. That said,
By the way, I think this whole job market thing is pretty patronizing. It's like, what do you know about the job market? And also implying that like AB's just, he's like dying for a paycheck, and that's clearly the only reason why he'd stay here.
that I think
Also, what does she know? Has she ever had a job that's not entailing begging people for money on Twitch?
I do not know.
Well, why not? I don't think so, actually, though. Do I know that for sure? No. No, I don't.
push people over the edge was a clip of you baiting pro-Palestinian people and blocking them. The criticism you're receiving is largely because people believe you're better than that and don't subscribe to Ethan's views. I know you've been vocal about Palestine, but I think it's important to explicitly clarify that you don't share his beliefs and that you stand on your own. Ethan is not worth the bullshit you have to deal with working for him. Honestly, there have been...
Dude, you don't know anything about this
very
office.
presumptuous.
Yeah,
I do gotta say, and I'm saying this even now. I'm saying this with love. I have nothing to prove. I have not wanted to prove my Arabness since I was in middle school. I know who I am. I know what I've done. I don't need to prove to anyone. Whatever.
Yeah, good.
You know what I mean? Like I've done and I continue to do what I will always do, which is advocate for the people of Palestine. I don't need to prove to people that does nothing for the cause. So I have no need for that. I know a lot of people do. I don't.
There it is. AB. Based. Take. AB. Yeah, so many presumptions. She's like, I know that your office where your Jewish master whips you off camera is horrible. It's not worth it. You need to go to Mike from PA to give you a new career.
in times where I felt anger towards you. But after some reflection, I wanted to approach
Mike
you directly.
from PA, by the way, who called you a house slave.
I think that was BadEmp.
I think they both did.
He kind of said I was an embarrassment to my own people.
Yeah, he said you're an embarrassment to your own people. Yeah.
Like even seeing that photo of him in Millhouse, like I mean, obviously I don't agree with Millhouse, but at the end of the day, he's Lebanese. He's gone through stuff in Lebanon. I whatever.
Yeah, it's on a completely different level than Mike from fucking PA.
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah, well he's at least fucking Lebanese.
Yeah,
you can talk about that.
And at least he had some. Again, he like Frogan was not pushing like the CPS bullshit.
Nope, and I'm grateful to Millhouse for that. That was a really good episode of Simpsons. Yeah, I thought it was good. the bare minimum, which is basically all I wanted from Ian, by the way. So this dude in Lebanon who hates my guts, who gets giddy when he sees Israelis running in terror, has enough wherewithal to be like, yo, Ethan loved his dog and wasn't trying to kill his dog, and also the CPS thing is terrible. Like this dude, Millhouse, and I appreciate you doing that, Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Vanilli?
It's just morphing. I appreciate that, and it just goes to show like how hard it must have been for Ian to make the decision to say something like that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm saying this as someone who was personally impacted by Ethan and as a cousin. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. AB didn't respond, and that's perfectly fine. I didn't expect him to. You know, I just wanted to get my feelings out. Although AB and I haven't talked in a long time, he's still somebody I care about. You know what I mean? He's like a cousin. You know, we have that bond. We're both from Dearborn. So it's like we're literally cousins. Not literally, but I don't know
Okay,
AB's motivations or what he feels.
I was about to say not literally. But
Yeah, she's really can.
She beat me to the punch.
Is everyone in Dearborn cousins? I guess it's not
sort of a
kind of. It is kind of like
everyone,
that.
everyone knows everyone.
It's
yeah.
a kinship. there.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, she lived in this. It's just gonna. I'm doxing from the past now. She used to live in the same neighborhood as my cousin Tim, so there's that connection.
Timmy.
Yeah,
Neighbors.
Yeah. I wish I could respond to that message and just responded sincerely, but again, it's like I have fear that whatever I said is going to be used.
Not unfounded.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the outside at this point. So I am just giving my perspective from somebody on the outside. I will say the invalid points of criticism towards AB is trying to question him as an Arab, which is completely fucked up and wrong. Nobody should do that, you know?
Hey,
it is
that's what
valid
you
to
were
criticize
saying.
him for
Yeah.
still working for Ethan and being silent
never
for as long as he was.
So, by the way, I think it's a little contradictory to be like nobody should judge him for being how Arab he is, but also like he works for a Zionist, and as an Arab, that's kind of like he should know better.
Well, don't put words in her mouth. She didn't say
I'm
that
inferring.
last part.
I'm inferring.
Yeah, well, it's not. Come on.
I do appreciate.
She was inferring earlier what was said behind a button screen. You know what I mean?
Well,
Let's
no,
not-
I'm not inferring. I'm saying what she said. I'm literally saying what she said.
Okay.
She's like, I know what happened to off camera. I don't know.
I do.
Not my
appreciate-
place to say ultimately.
I appreciate the little jab at Mike from PA. That part.
Wait, she jabbed Mike?
That's what she's talking about when people questioning my Arabness.
Oh, I don't think it's just him. There's a lot of fucking assholes.
I mean, there's only one I responded to about that, but yeah, maybe.
Right.
I'd
True.
like to think it was to Mike.
No, he's got a good point because AB actually did engage on that.
I think it's great if it's to Mike. I'll go with that.
Those are valid points of criticism. But don't try to take away his Arabness because you don't agree with him. Whenever AB started streaming on Twitch, I was the first person to rate him, and I even helped him whenever he asked me for advice on what to stream. AB has also helped.
I'm sure she was a huge.
She did.
Okay.
I don't want to take that away from her.
All
she
right.
really did.
She
My
saved
numbers
you.
like doubled after.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
She was very helpful.
There it is.
Again,
Frogan.
AB has
What-
class,
if
unlike
only-
some people in this room.
If only she could give herself that same advice, AB.
Well, I got the H3 backing. That doesn't. That helps.
True.
I used to. No, I'm kidding.
Me in many ways as well.
It's coming
Even a long
back.
time
It's
ago,
becoming useful again, potentially. We'll see. We'll see.
We're so back.
Yeah, there was a time when it wasn't like wearing a Nazi flare or something.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get back there, guys. Hold strong. Keep the faith.
AB included me in an H3 episode talking about why people should visit Dearborn. Here's a screenshot. It's from like 2023, I believe. He was also super supportive whenever I was nominated and won the Streamer Award.
All right, and the award goes to
Chala.
Frogan.
You guys see my T-shirt?
What does it say?
Frogan better win or we riot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nice to support your friend. And I think it's great, you know? Obviously, this is a different time.
Did it, sister!
And to be quite honest, like watching this clip back made me really, really sad because of basically the outcome of what this has become. You know what I mean?
Too.
She goes, because of the
Frankly.
outcome of what's become, which, by the way, I am nothing to do with. It's completely Ethan's fault. Yeah, it is sad. It's sad. A lot of This whole thing has just been sad. Okay, there's nothing good about it.
Yeah.
And I have nothing but love for AB and Lena, and I wish them the best. And maybe in the future we can be friends again. To be honest.
Before she moved out here, I remember us talking, and she was nervous about it. And I said, at the end of the day, you'll have me and Lena, like worst comes to worst. And then shit just hit the fucking fan.
Yeah.
Before.
And to those who are constantly defending me and having my back, I appreciate you and thank you so, so much. You know, during a time like this, it feels like the damage has been done physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially, but...
Okay, all right.
You know, after a year and a half of harassment, it feels very calming that people are actually finally on my side. It's.
I mean, if you say so.
I mean, I'm sure there are some. There's some.
Yeah, there's some. There's
Yeah,
some
for sure.
Yeah,
she's got a few.
They're out there. Whoops.
been a nightmare for me. On a more positive note,
Wait, hold on.
here
Yeah.
filming that people are actually finally on my side. It's been a nightmare for me. On a more positive note, here are some of my favorite pictures taken at the shoot of the Content Cop bit. Of course, I got to see Kaya. I love her to death.
Wait.
And here-
Kind of a
Wait, why?
Kind of a tough one here, right? She's saying how great her participation was in a video explicitly promoting and sweeping my harassers.
Well, and just this specific, like choosing to end it on, and here's my favorite photo collage from the part where we Fortnite danced and flipped off Ethan.
Yeah.
It kind of undercuts we took an empathetic tone message a little bit, right?
She truly embodies this statement in the realest way. She knows not what she does. That's God said that.
I got you.
I think God said that, right?
I don't. Maybe Jesus said that? Yeah, Jesus. Well, he is God.
He's
to
God.
Christians, so okay.
He's God.
I guess, right.
here are a couple
Are you
pictures.
Christian now?
I might be being born again.
Really?
I'm a newborn.
You're newborn.
Yeah.
To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason,
I love
Bruh.
For some reason.
It's a
The video
address.
titled "My Response to Ethan Klein." What do you mean for some reason? Like, I don't know why you'd be watching this other than to harass me. Seriously?
death. And here are a couple pictures. To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason, my message to you is that, you know, you and I have different worldviews, and you and I have different ideas for what is the best way to help people. And
Yeah, I mean, yours is okay. I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it slide. I'm wearing a tie today.
There you go.
you know, while I appreciate the spirit of your advocacy, I think it's misguided.
Oh.
You know, after all of this,
That would be a very different conversation if that was the criticism.
That's an interesting.
That's at least something that you can like
I
talk
could start
about.
there.
Right.
You can start there.
Okay. Well, maybe a little crack in the door open there.
No, it ends bad.
you've made my life hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, after all of this, you've made my life hell.
I mean, please, the lack of self-awareness is unreal. You just shouted out the Content Cop video you participated in, and I'm the one making your life hell. Please don't ever forget, as long as this goes on, that I've never done anything but respond to you. I started for me quietly, respectfully unfollowing you. Okay? But you couldn't handle that, and this is how this all started.
Wake up.
I have not harassed you. I have not targeted you. I don't hate you because you're Muslim or because you wear a hijab. You say horrible things. You are careless. You are thoughtless. You are mean-spirited.
I will say that.
And you have to grapple with that reality. You know.
You've made my life
like
fucking hell.
But
But at the end of the day, what I said at the end of the Content Cop still stands. I wish you the best.
I don't care. It's like I don't care. Like I'm not even like I'm not at the point where it's like I will never forgive her. Like with Ian, like Idubbbz, if he was like, maybe in a year, he's like, that was all wrong, I apologize, whatever, I'd be like, go fuck yourself forever. You know what I mean? But if someone like Frogan was like, wanted to have an actual conversation, like I would forgive her. Totally.
You are a very, very petty person, but I have also seen it demonstrated many times that you are also quick to forgive people.
Who knows? I might even...
Maybe too quick to forgive people, to be honest.
And who knows? I might even forgive Ian if he did that. Who knows?
I feel like you would. I feel like if they just started saying a lot of nice things about you and said they were sorry...
That's it. That's all it takes.
It's not actually that hard to get back on Ethan's good side.
It's
not that
pathetic.
anybody's like
It's
obligated to do
pathetic
that.
is what you're saying.
It's a little pathetic.
Yeah.
It's a little pathetic.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's there it is, guys, in one nutty shell.
One nutty little shell.
Yeah, I wish her the best too, and whatever. I don't care if I get shit for that.
I wish you the best.
I wish
can say
everybody
that.
the best.
I wish you the best.
Listen,
I
I'm the
want the best
child.
for
I'm the
everyone.
child of divorce twice. I was a child of divorce in my real life, and now I'm child divorce in my work life. So
True.
it's just been a lot.
It's not your fault, AB.
All this
It's not
mess,
your
baby.
fault.
Everything you see, it's not your fault.
Just one too many people here from Dearborn.
Your fault.
You're not listening.
It's your fault.
It's your fault.
Your fault.
It's your fault. Well, that's basically it. I think
Anywho,
How long we been going here?
we've been going for almost 3.5 hours. Pretty good timing
Is
here.
there anything quick I can do?
There were a number of very big super chats. Maybe we should close out with thanking some of these fine donators. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like a 50 just came through. I think I just.
Oh,
saw.
I wanted to promote this.
Yeah. Oh.
This is important.
Okay.
Everybody, please, please, please. BadEmp Anisa, he's criticizing Hasan now for this being in this New York Times write-up. Please, guys, it's so important to listen to BadEmp Anisa now. I have always said he's crazy, but sometimes he has great takes. And I think everybody should be supporting BadEmp Anisa right now and bringing this up to Hasan as frequently as possible. Why did Hasan Piker get a gushing profile in the New York Times, the official newspaper of the Democratic Party? Because they know he funnels potential radicals right to him. No threat to power would ever be treated by this mainstream media as Hasan is. His position simply does not hold up to the most basic material analysis, and his cultish fans can't handle it. Here's where he is. He's where he is because he is useful to the system, and he is happy to play ball and reap the benefits. That is such a great analysis by BadEmp Anisa. And I think it's so important to say when he's right and to hold him up.
I can never tell what's trolling and what's not with this. Is
No,
it
he's
not
being
trolling.
No, he's being. I mean, I think there are grifters in this world. Mike from PA to me is a full-on grifter, right? I believe, to give BadEmp Anisa any credit, is that he believes the shit he says. I think he's a true believer, and I think that he's just super fucking radical. He's just like all the way to the left. You know, there's no more space to move. And this is what this manifests itself like. You know.
Okay.
And I just love the irony of Hasan once knowing what a piece of shit he was and pledging never to watch his videos, to promoting him when he's attacking me, and now he's back.
Oh my God.
And you gotta love it. And he's right. True leftists know that BadEmp Anisa is right and that Hasan's a phony baloney.
Is the New York Times the official newspaper of the Democratic Party, would you say?
I don't know about that.
Maybe not official.
Unofficial, maybe?
I think most people think it leans liberal for sure.
Top comment. Hasan isn't going to have time to read this. He has to cover the news, which is BadEmp Anisa criticizing me.
Immediately goes for the swastika one. Got it.
Yeah, but you're right, Dan. Ethan is very forgiving. He just forgave BadEmp Anisa right now.
Yeah, I'm holding him up. He's a pillar of light in our community. And I appreciate his honesty and by the way, I appreciate his consistency to his beliefs.
Did you see the skull thing from him? Genuinely insane? No.
Good empanada, yeah.
Wake up, Ethan.
I think Hasan's probably said that like 10 times.
Wake up, Ethan.
Great empanada. Blessed empanada. Chili and cheese empanada. Delicious empanada. Steamy, fresh, hot empanada.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Caramel apple.
Caramel. Is that an empanada flavor?
Yeah, at Taco Bell it is.
Oh, for real?
Oh, they do have that. You're right.
Yeah, dude, that's like the go-to snack when you're high. Caramel apple empanada.
What is this?
I think it was like a small time thing.
Oh, this was funny. This is just a funny edit. I'm not going to go too heavy on Hasan. There's just a few funny things I wanted to hit on.
Oh.
Hasan Caught In 4K in the live members chat. Oh, yeah. So you guys might remember last week on Friday, he joined. Was it Friday of last week?
It was
Wednesday.
Wednesday, I think.
He started typing in our live chat, which to me was pretty pathetic, to be honest. Scary.
Hey.
Spooky.
Hold on. He was a member.
He was a member.
We thank our members around here.
That's true. Well, on one hand, I am grateful.
We love our members on the H3 podcast.
I am grateful for his continued patronage, for sure.
Yay! I got a subscriber.
But
I think he was a 2-year member too. It's nice.
That being said, I
Damn.
think it's pathetic.
Okay.
You know. This is actually what he's typing. This is real. Dude, this is amazing.
Is this sped up? Because he types kind of slow.
He's apparently, I didn't know this. Apparently, he's a slow typer, which is cringe as fuck. By
He's
the
on
way.
his computer all day. How's he slow typer? He's on the computer all day.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's so cringe, bro. What this guy's supposed to know about history? He can't even learn to type.
I am too. I gotta admit. Whenever you guys talk about how fast you guys can type,
Native speaking, bro.
I get performance anxiety. I don't want to show you guys how slow I type.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's you know. I'm gonna do the Asmongold thing here. There's no excuse for that, AB.
Just hide it.
You gotta hide it, please.
Yeah.
Never admit to that.
Just the gamers that type fast.
Is that maybe it? Did you? I guess maybe so.
Didn't we?
You have to learn to type fast when you're gaming computers before voice
That's how
chat.
I learned. I learned how to type on EverQuest.
Me too. Yeah, EverQuest, Counter-Strike,
talking to
Team
the
Fortress.
group while like a poll is happening, and
You have
like
to be fast,
you have to be
boy.
fast.
Dude,
to, like, communicate.
World of Warcraft, same here.
Yeah, exactly.
PvP, shit talking, all that
That's
shit.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
it's the shit talking. That's why you learn how to type.
You guys know I'm real quick with some shit talking in between rounds and marvels.
Absolutely.
I'll get a kill and then like still being alive mid fight, type something out. Boom, easy.
I guess in Hasan's defense, I don't think he was a gamer growing up either.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Console, if anything.
But this is exactly what he's typing, which is so funny. He's just sitting there silently typing. How dare you call my audience deluded? That's too far. Who knows? Maybe we'll set something up. I don't know. I said I'd set something up this week, didn't I?
Yeah. What do you mean you don't know?
Well, I haven't talked to him about it.
Right. I'm in touch with him because he reached out during that whole thing to set something up. And
did he reach out over the weekend or this Monday
No.
morning? What a coward!
Stop.
He's dodging.
You said that you wanted to set something up with
Yeah,
Sam
with
Cedar
Sam-
first,
with
and
Sammy
so
boy.
that's what we're gonna do. And then after that happens, we'll set something up with Hasan.
Mm-hmm.
Very straightforward.
Muda said, "Try coding, nerds." He's in chat.
Try coding?
Yeah, like how much?
Not coding.
Oh, how much you have?
Oh, try coding? Yeah, I don't have the
not
coding
co-
swag.
Not
You might.
coding.
I don't have the coding.
I got a
Words
little
per
bit.
minute.
My dad is really fast because of that. I always used to. That's
Yeah, I
why
bet.
I started to code because of my dad, and he just fucking got all the fucking key. Yeah,
What else we got here? Oh yeah.
Have
this
we
is-
ever? Hold on. This is
This
important.
is the New York Times article he's referencing. I'm sorry. They changed the title of this.
Oh.
It was a MAGA. Fuck it. They won't even let me look at it. Screw them. What, Dan?
It's kind of unrelated, so now it feels awkward. But have we ever had a who types the fastest on the show?
Did we not do that? Oh, we've
Have we
been
ever done
talking
that?
about it for a
I feel
while.
like it comes up anytime we talk about typing, and I don't know if you've ever fallen.
We should do it, and obviously I'm going to need a different keyboard.
If you
I'm
want
gonna
me
need
to
like
supervise that, I can.
Sure, you can be the rep.
We should absolutely set that up.
Interesting. Is
We
there
can
any-
even have a free for all because
The three of us have stepped up. Or is there anybody else in the office that finds themselves to be a very?
Oliv's got her hand
Olive
up.
is. You're in. I've seen you type. You are fast. You're a good
Thank
typer.
you, Dan.
Yeah, no, that's
Lena,
true.
you fast? I don't think Zach is. No offense.
I'm gonna be absolutely
I think-
schooled.
I think I am, but I don't know if fast.
I'm as fast as you guys.
This sounds interesting.
I think you definitely are.
See, I'll just admit defeat immediately because I'm not that good with commas and shit like that. It needs to just be pure text.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean that slows you down a lot.
Yeah, and also
the grammar.
Yeah, the grammar fucks me.
Why don't you think I'm a fast typer?
Because I don't think you
I
gamed
think
a lot
he's-
growing up. on
My job
PC.
is literally to type.
Yeah.
Wow, he's actually.
Hasan spends all day. Not to compare you to him, but did you play video games growing? Are you a fast typer?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on. Zach, you are a lot faster than I would expect. You are pretty fast. I've
Yeah,
seen you
but I'm
before in
not-
the-
I'm not-
The sound bites, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I'm not
Right.
I like get a program where it's like type out. The tree went down to the like. I'm not.
Right. Yeah.
when growing up, I used to love those games, the typing games. I was
Mario teaches typing.
Super
that was it for
fun.
me.
This was here's a picture of the headline: a progressive mind in a MAGA body, which is this.
On a lot of levels, I don't like that.
Why is a MAGA body ripped?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What? Since when?
Since who? Since when?
Well, there was a really funny
This is
meme
bizarre.
of like Elon Musk and Trump with their insanely weird bodies and posture, and being like, "Is this a MAGA body?"
Right. That's what I mean. Like, why are we crediting MAGA with
health
and fitness?
It changed to a progressive mind in a body made for the manosphere.
Stupid. Still dumb.
It's too wordy of a title. It's a terrible title.
Yeah. I mean, he said he didn't like it either. So
I mean,
talk about it.
to be fair, I think with New York Times and most big publications, it's usually the editor, not the author, that makes the headlines, which I've always found very odd.
Really?
Yeah, I think the writers can suggest a headline, but the editors ultimately decide.
Well,
on
he
headlines.
fucked up, didn't he?
I agree. It's
What
a
an
weird
idiot.
ass headline.
Well, arguably it's good because we're
Yeah,
talking about
exactly. I was gonna say
this
they got
guy
their
with
own
the clickbait mind.
I mean, it's
clickbait
embarrassing for
department.
them, for the author, I would guess.
Right.
Embarrassing.
There was a while when racist in the title used to be yellowed on the highlight channel, so I misspelled it, and like all the comments were about it, and that did really good.
Tricky
triggering
bit.
people with
like a
title.
typo or something like that. Yeah.
It works.
By the way, in this New York Times article, there's a picture. They went to Hasan's house and glazed him up. All this shit that you keep seeing in the media. He must have the greatest publicist of all time.
Absolutely. Credit to them.
I need to hire them.
Like,
Smear
unironically.
him.
Schmear?
That's right, Dan.
Give him a pep.
That's right. They show. Let me see. So this is the picture from the article. It's him eating chicken, which they talk a lot about eating chicken and him being hot. It's very uncomfortable. There's literally a quote of him being like, "That's one thing my haters will never be able to say to me that bothers them is that I'm not hot." I was like,
huh?
That's insanely cringe, bro. But okay, here he is eating chicken, and he's got his chat open. But hold on. New York Times, you'd think they would review these chat messages. There's one here that clearly reads, here it is, "I'd fuck this IDF bitch to death and make his mother shove missiles up her ass. Pussy ass B word." I just don't want
You
it's just
didn't
too many
wanna say the
curses.
Yeah. That's crazy that made it in.
I think it's such a great snapshot of how he tries to hide how insanely radical and disgusting his community is. But even in the New York Times article, they couldn't, even in this most ridiculous fluff piece, they couldn't erase all the evidence. There's still one piece left.
Oh, man.
And then just to bring this up, that user was suspended for that chat message, and they were eventually banned a month later from the proof I've seen.
Well, so hold on. The evidence on that is bizarre because it happened recently.
Yeah.
What happened recently?
Oh yeah, it's true because I think the picture I saw was from November.
It happened. So the guy who made this comment, people have looked into like who this is and their chat history and all this stuff.
Oh, wow. It's crazy you can do that on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like, that's one aspect I don't love.
I mean, it's good.
Like,
if you're
generally,
me.
I think Twitch's right. Generally, I think Twitch's chat experience and everything is superior to YouTube. But I like how YouTube is just kind of like it's gone with the wind. You know?
Well, I mean, it's good for finding out people's intentions, though. It's so useful.
It is.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube has that now.
Well,
too.
as
three.
As the owner, you can see people's chat history, but you can't see other people's history.
I think Twitch doesn't let you do that either as a user for other users on the
There's
platform.
a third-party
But
thing.
there's
Well,
a
how did-
third-party thing that
there's a
only
third-party
documents certain people. It's
They like
kind of
scrape
limited.
their chat. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, it's pretty limited too, so it doesn't always work.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, anyway, they found this guy's history, and apparently he was banned, but
Okay.
it happened recently.
Banned recently. What was this? I mean, we probably don't know when that photo was taken.
Well, we do. It was taken like in November or something.
Oh.
Nate was telling me based off what he saw, he was initially suspended and then later
Month
banned.
later, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't
It
know.
wasn't banned right away. He stayed
Oh,
for
I
a
see.
while.
Yeah, it was from September 2024.
So they suspended him, and then a month later, for no reason, they banned him.
I mean, there's probably a reason.
I mean, if they're saying
Well,
shit
so-
like that,
There was no other. I don't know.
I just think to me, this is like I get it. It's like obviously for you, you see that and you're like, oh my god, of course. This is completely on the New York Times. How you have
insane.
You have a photo with a bunch of text on it. How are you not reading that text?
Read the text.
Yeah, like that's really important to
No,
do.
100%.
They spent too much time on the title. They weren't looking at the photo.
Yeah, crazy as fuck. Yes, and I saw people in the chat mentioning, and I saw that myself too. But it has been edited out. It's been cropped out of the article. No,
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
By the way, this totally unrelated. Just an old interview with Hasan that I hadn't seen that was so fucking funny. Schön, which is German.
Schön.
Or now, I think.
I think it means beautiful. I'm here to
Oh yeah,
talk
you're
to
right.
you.
Schön
Yeah,
means beautiful.
Schön would be my guess. I'm not really sure.
Oh, he's beautiful.
I actually don't know.
Wow.
Just a guess.
Schön.
Is this a parody?
No, this is real. Dan, you're gonna love this. This is 100% sincere. Enjoy.
I'm here to talk to you today about music, art, fashion, one of the greatest problems that our generations are facing. The biggest scourge
Bro, what
that
are you
affects our
wearing?
society. Again,
Why are you
And
wearing
all-
that, man? Okay.
It means
of the
nice.
cultural and so
Nice.
Nice. Like I think visually, but I'm not sure.
We need to watch this on
Please, please.
music, art, fashion, one of the greatest problems that our generations are facing. The biggest scourge that affects our society. Against all of the cultural and social progress we've seen is the battle against intellectual thought. Are you guys comfortable with that? This is a war against critical thinking, a battle against intellectualism. This is a war against rational behavior. And we're not even aware of it. And that's terrifying. What kind of an example are we setting? The problem with America is that because of cultural imperialism, we are literally teaching the rest of the world how to think, what to wear. The Kardashians are lying to you. Culture used to be the backbone of the resistance. All it seeks to do is sedate the masses. Culture now seeks to appeal to our primal urges, our base needs. We're now in the age of mediocrity. You can bring about the positive change you want to see in this world because the revolution will not be televised. Revolution will not be televised. Only you can bring about the revolution.
Bro,
shot
you're literally
is
a
this-
live streamer.
No shot. Is this not parody?
No, it's not.
This looks
What?
like a parody from a comedy movie.
Yeah.
Revolution will not be televised. Revolution will not be televised. Only you can bring about the revolution by taking it to the streets. Keep resisting. Billy Joel is going to be upset if we don't talk about fashion. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean. He still said that as far back as then. No, it's serious.
Grooming?
That's an odd way to put it.
What?
Wouldn't you just say hair? Like grooming. Also, I noticed something weird about the first one. Hold on.
It's very odd.
I'm in shock. I don't know what I just watched.
Is this not ick as fuck? You know what I mean?
What
Watch
is this from?
The director is Ben Cope. Grooming. By Minx. What the fucking name? Minx?
Minxie?
Minxie? White?
These are artistic people. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
They have cool names with alternate spelling.
was white.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Can we remake that with Ethan?
What, Roseanne?
I
Oh,
would
that?
love
Oh,
to.
shit. I thought... we could, yeah.
So it was a profile for a magazine, and that was like from 7 years ago, 2017. Wow.
It's wild, isn't it? That's a wild ride. The revolution will not be televised. It will be live streamed. Thanks for the sub. I'm telling you. Oh, one thing that I can say we proud. You know, I would say all the criticism I've leveled against Hasan has not helped. It's only made him more radical. That being said, there is some tangible evidence that we're making progress. He finally changed the armpit hair profile pic.
Oh, that's a much nicer headshot.
Which I like to think is I'm directly responsible for that. Nobody was talking about it until I said something.
I think people still weren't really talking about it.
Nobody had the courage to come out and just say it. But Asmongold. Yeah,
it looks like it was from that video.
It did have kind of the same vibe.
I'm skipping. Oh, this was insane.
All right, we're way over now.
Okay,
and I didn't get my chance to thank these super chats. Can I do that now?
No.
Oh.
This clip of I want to get through this so we don't have to do it again. That's for you. You guys remember when AB and Lena went to this training camp? And by the way, you were like the only people to show up. Right? I didn't see anyone else there. That was an empty ass room.
We got there a little early.
And then I
think it just AB's always early to everything.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I skipped to the end. It looked pretty empty.
This is 8 hours long. Surely you didn't watch 8 hours of it. Surely somebody else showed up, right?
It's horrible.
At any rate, when AB and Lena were there, I donated $1,000 to support them. And here's the response that I thought at the time was pretty weird. And there's little things like this that made me think, like, what's actually the deal with this guy?
You gotta put more effort into it. You can't have AB doing that. Whoa!
Oh, thank you, Ethan and Hila, for the 1,000.
Whoa! Ethan and Hila, $1,000! Woo!
Anisa seems very.
That didn't seem that bad.
No,
I thought it was gonna
Ian's
be way worse
reaction
than
was bizarre.
Well, he's got a bug taped to his head, to be fair.
Oh, thank you, Ethan and Hila, for the 1,000.
Whoa! Ethan and Hila, $1,000! Woo!
For stand up to cancer.
That guy's excited.
Thank you, Ethan and Hila.
And obviously, they were obviously Jewish.
I don't see how that was relevant
I
at
think
all.
that-
Why did she have to call that out in the middle of that donation stream?
I think that, whatever. I thought it was weird, but I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too.
I mean, it could have been more. I don't know. Didn't feel that bad.
Smoking gun down. Idubbbz killed JFK.
That's a really hard question.
You say Idubbbz killed JFK?
That's what I'm saying. Smoking gun.
I don't think he was alive.
Horrible.
According to Tectone, this dude,
So
Hasan
Idubbbz-
reached out to him to
Not
fucking. Ian reached out to him to recruit him to fight, which is really interesting, considering they've taken this moral stand against me. Ian had to put his event in jeopardy because he was so morally inclined to call me out. But now he's inviting Tectone to fight in his thing?
Well, according to Tectone, this is so fucking insane to me that I am deeply skeptical of it.
Tectone was banned this morning for calling Frogan fat and calling her names.
I think this was after that. He's streaming on YouTube.
Dude, he's been leading the fucking.
Oh, right.
Oh, he was
unbanned
unbanned?
this morning.
He had been banned for doing that
for a week. It was just one day.
I'm not sure.
The shit he said and posted about Frogan over the past
nasty.
years is
Very
like
mean.
insanely nasty shit.
Yeah.
Worse than anyone I've seen. If this is true, absolutely mind-blowing, insane shit.
Hold on. It's not worse than anything you've seen.
He was unbanned after 48 hours.
How could it be worse
apparently.
than anything you've seen?
Worse than... Okay, literally no. I guess
He was
not.
very nasty.
Well,
I'm just saying, people like fucking want to like get lay down and fucking like.
I'm talking about specifically
castrate,
against Frogan.
But like he called her fat, right, and ugly, which is horrifically mean. I get called a fucking baby killer.
I was talking specifically about
that's way
Frogan.
worse than being called fat and ugly, in my opinion.
Sure.
Not yelling at you. I am yelling at you.
I don't really understand what
but
the
not,
point is that you're trying to make.
Because
though.
I get frustrated when everybody's like trying to defend her so much. It's like she's the ultimate victim of online harassment.
It's not.
It's like people are nasty to her.
I'm pointing out how weird it is for Idubbbz to reach out to him specifically. That's why I'm saying that.
Right.
I'm not comparing. It's in a vacuum. I'm not comparing it to anyone else.
I'm getting triggered It's my fault.
Okay, fair enough.
Calm your old ass down.
Yeah. but your point, which is correct, is that he's friends with Frogan. He featured Frogan, and he, I'll say, is probably her biggest harasser. He's the dude most dedicated to like fucking with her.
Yeah.
And being really nasty to her. Yeah. I think he's telling the truth, frankly, because it's just so weird to lie about. It's so easily disprovable.
Right. I mean, I guess so. It's just
let me watch it.
The concept of them coming to him after after the content cop just seems nuts.
Seems extremely desperate. It makes me wonder what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
All right, let's watch the damn clip.
DM'd me,
This guy is something else.
and he asked,
Just the way, even just the way everything about him is just so wild.
"How much do you weigh?"
By the way, I don't think Tectone is like a troll or he just doesn't like outright lie about it.
I frankly don't know almost anything.
I think
about
this is real.
I think he's gonna try to get me in Creator Clash, which, by the way,
Oh shit, Dan, hold on.
before that,
Hold on, bro. I think this is a Berserk tattoo.
Oh no, not beating the Berserk fans
that's
or
your guy,
fucking
bro.
weirdos allegations.
I think you, and by the way, he's also bald.
My guy.
And bearded.
Hey.
You guys have a lot in common.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if he's a big fan of Berserk, he's got to be kind of cool at least, right?
Immediately
Chet is pointing. Chet is saying that his father is an injured vet.
Yeah, that was part of why, and I fairly so, right? That was part of why he got so upset about her veteran comment, because his dad is like an extremely disabled vet who was injured in warfare.
Got it.
And had like his friends die and shit. It sounded really horrible. I saw the clip of him talking about it. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it's important.
call her a piece of shit. You don't gotta call her a fat piece of shit.
Yeah, fat and ugly is nasty, and like obviously, I would never condone that. I don't think it's a good thing to say.
And yeah, I was just gonna say very, very common knowledge, but not often practiced. I feel like if people were just nice about things and explained why they were offended by something, it would be a lot more impactful. Just saying. That's my Mr. Rogers.
Well, that wouldn't be content.
True.
Yeah, our channel wouldn't even exist. You wouldn't have a job.
That's true.
So true.
Your ass would be back in Dearborn.
I made the first content video defending you. See, no one did that yet. That's why I stuck outside the box. Everyone else is making hate videos.
It's true. And nothing's changed. Somehow, nothing's changed.
Comes out, and before that gets invited, before I get invited to that, I'm not interested. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'd rather do a fighting event that isn't run by somebody who stabs their best friend in the back. I'm good, man.
Oh,
that's kind of based.
That's talking about you, isn't it?
Based. I mean,
best friend is probably.
I never said that. Ian did actually say that in a video. People have pointed out. He called me his best friend.
At some point in the past, or in the content
the post you're talking about.
No, in the he sent in a video during
the roast one.
The roast for my
battle,
birthday.
yeah.
Oh,
he called me his best friend.
Oops.
Which is one of the things that perpetually tickles me about this, is that the way he tries to downplay our relationship is just so fucking stupid. Nobody buys it. You know what I mean? I didn't even have to be like, no, we were friends, bro.
He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs.
For sure. But I believe him, and I think it means that things behind the scenes are pretty messy. Yeah. This person that makes a good point too. Ian and Anisa were trying to get Amaranth to fight when she was saying crazy shit about LGBT people. They view Creator Clash as a vehicle for cheap drama engagement. I don't think Ian reaching out to him means that some fighter dropped out. More likely that he wants to put out a call for someone to fight him because he knows someone's audience will pile in. I think it makes a good point. Like, why did you make this moralistic stand against me all of a sudden? But like, you want to work with Amaranth, you want to work with Tectone. Like, I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. So that's that. I think he's telling the truth. I think someone dropped out, and I think there's pure pandemonium happening behind the scenes. But we have time.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out.
We'll find out on the next episode. Listen, we're at 3 hours and 45 minutes, and it is 4:05. We gotta go. We gotta go. There it is. Got the music going, so.
Oh, okay. Is there? No, I'm done now. Is there anything you wanted to say? Any thanks yous, or you want to bail?
I guess there was a 50 that said,
do it
"Love
quick.
the reverse Michael Jackson soundbite. Zach reminds me of Mario falling into the void in Super Mario Brothers 64." Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
It
Actually,
does.
yeah. So
think I
thank you,
might
Charlie,
have
and thank you
that.
to everybody else
I
who
think
donated.
I think I might have that.
You might have Mark.
No, wait.
No.
I got this.
Okay, that's the jump.
Yeah. No, I don't have the one he's talking about, but
You could grab it.
Just like it.
Seems like a good soundbite to have, maybe. I don't know how to close. Yeah, thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you to all of our members. Thank you for all your support, you guys. Appreciate it so damn much. Gives me the power, the strength, the energy, the motivation to keep it going. This is the new season is me suited up. I think I should just start wearing a suit every day for a year.
How many suits you got?
For a year?
Yeah, like that's the season.
Should we all suit up? Should we just be like a
If you
formal
want.
podcast?
Oh God.
I mean, I don't.
Everyone else, y'all do it. I don't mean. I walked away from that life, Dan.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it.
Yeah, no,
You changed your whole life so you
Yeah.
didn't have to wear a suit. Okay, fair enough.
Do you think this? I think I looked better on.
There's a reason men wear suits. It makes you look nice, you know?
People take you seriously. They go, "Oh shit."
I guess there's that
This guy's
element
saying
there.
something right now.
You need a tie bar.
A tie butt?
Yeah, to keep your tie in place, like a nice silver one.
Or no tie. That's what you did
No
last time,
tie's
right?
nice.
It was kind of classy.
I think no tie's better. The problem with this shirt is that you have to button this part down or it looks silly.
Yeah, you should get a shirt without buttons there. The
I
collar
agree.
shirt.
No tie looks nicer.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Well, so today's Monday, so we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
See you then.
Watch on Wednesday. Something fun may be planned.
Oh, okay.
Never gonna say goodnight. Thanks, everyone. Have a beautiful evening. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.